Dark Side Phil here. It is time for some detractor content right over here on the Taken L's. Please consider supporting said content. The easiest way is engagement. Liking the streams and liking the videos you watch, leaving comments on videos after the fact, which helps a ton. Or, if you'd like to go above and beyond, there's all these ways you can contribute during a live stream, including a super chat or a super sticker, a membership or a gifted membership to help out the community. The community would absolutely love gifted membership. Please support the content through these engagement methods. If you like the content, I would really, really appreciate that. I want to say thanks. You've been a great audience, and let's get to the show.
Yes. Thank you, Phil. Thank you so much, Phil, for bringing us in. Whoa, this pop-out overlay is way too big. I need to size it down. Lefty, you can check that off the list. Something went wrong. I've got people here in the Discord call with me. Let's see who we got. We got Astro here. We got Jalaro Ursa. We've got Joel. We've got Stray Fox. And we've got Lord Thunder. Hope everybody's doing okay. How's everyone doing tonight? Jalaro, it's your first time, so I'll hit you first. How are you?
I'm feeling excellent.
Excellent kind of night. Good to hear that, buddy. And we've got...
That could be the vodka talking.
Could be. Well, it's always nice to get lubricated before something like this. We've got a returner. We've got Astro here. How are you tonight, Astro?
Doing all right, except for the heat.
Except for the heat. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, man. Stay cool if you can. Then we've got Stray Fox here. How are you, Stray Fox?
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good. Glad you can make it for the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. For once, I'm actually here in the beginning and not the tail end of it.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. When I saw you pop in, I was like, "Oh, Stray Fox is here. Cool. We can get them in the beginning. That's great." And then we've got Joel. How are you, Joel?
Doing good. Let's do this.
Good to hear it. And last but certainly not least, we've got what he calls the scuffed third L, Lord Thunder. How are you, Lord Thunder?
Out there.
Pretty scuffed. Okay. It's okay. We're just gonna move on. We've got some stuff tonight. What we're gonna do? Well, first I'm gonna big ups chat from the bottom up. Big ups Lefty. Big ups. Wait, he's Lord Thunder's muted, but I presume you can hear us. Yes. Hello, Lord Thunder. Yes, there you are. We were wondering where you were. There he is.
Streamer ready.
We're gonna big ups the chat and then we're gonna get into it. Big ups Lefty, big ups Lefty again, big ups Tomion, big ups Lefty again, big ups Sadie, big ups Lefty again, big ups Streamlabs, big ups Lefty, big ups Lasagna Cat, big ups Game Master, big ups M Bode, big ups Grandfather Nurgle, big ups Dayglow, big ups Joel, big ups me, big ups Lasagna Cat again, and big ups me. Big ups chat. Cool. We're really reeling this stream in. Hello, Heather. How are you? Big ups, Reap as well. We've got some stuff to get to.
Meth Bear doesn't get a big ups though. We can ignore him.
No. Meth Bear gets one because he gives pretty good advice on legalities and research. So got to give him one.
Hey, Meth Bear is my cousin. Because remember, about like his last name is Bear. My last name is Ursa. That's my cousin right there.
Hey, yeah, there you go. And we've got Reap coming in. We've got Valoron. All right, I'm going to stop shouting out the chat because we've got business to get to. So a thing allegedly happened that we're going to address right away. Or rather, we're going to let Proper address it because he has the words for it better so than me. Allegedly, someone said they saw Philip at the grocery store with a woman that was not Cat. Proper does a very good job of laying out the story and giving you context in about 8 minutes. So big ups, Agent Proper. Thank you for this because you had the words when I didn't. So here we go.
This is a disaster.
Agent Proper did a good job.
Always.
I haven't actually seen this. I've heard the story, but I haven't seen this video.
I saw this about
This
4
tells
hours
you
ago.
this tells you everything you need to know. It's perfect.
I know it's fake.
Well, yeah, exactly. And Proper makes some very good points as to
DSP
why
is a
it's probably all
pedophile. DSP
bullshit.
is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
But also why that really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yes. He pretty much drops the mic and says none of this would matter anyway.
Let's eat the Ralph.
He also has a perfect theory for what it was if it quote-unquote did happen, which I actually think his theory is funny. So, but you'll hear it.
Word of advice: anybody who sees Phil or any other little cow in the wild, take a picture or take a video.
Yeah, that was immediately what I went to, is just get a picture. It's so easy to get a picture.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was someone that wasn't in the vortex at all.
I
don't know if he knew what DSP looked like. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, who doesn't?
Hello.
Like, literally anyone that sees an image of Phil is like, wait, isn't that the guy that masturbated on stream?
Hey there.
All right,
the guy.
here he goes.
I'm back to talk
It's the
about
guy.
whole
It's Agent
Safeway
Proper.
story.
Friend of the
Over on Reddit
show.
Yesterday, there was a post by a user, Streetwear Bonanza. Well, he apparently saw DSP, allegedly, right, in a grocery store with his wife today. He claims it's not a meme. This is his first post that he's ever made pertaining to Phil.
I also just want to say Proper's whole way he sets his stuff up is really fucking cool. I really like it.
Phil there. He even said it in the comments of this Reddit
That's
post.
the man
So
right there.
He knows Phil from the bankruptcy stuff, from his side scrollers 5 hour.
Pause it here, please.
Piggy roast.
Sure.
Okay. Chat and our panel here. So I'm going to summarize. Dude saw Phil in the grocery store. He heard him, said, "Oh, wow, that's DSP." Said, "What's up, DSP?" Hello. Phil said hello in a condescending voice. But then let's go to the bottom. Edit. Just realized the woman he was with was not his wife. Unless his wife is a larger Middle Eastern / brown woman. It did not look like that cat woman I just looked up. That right there is what sets this whole bit off to me is, hang on. What are we doing here?
See what you're trying to say.
If he recognizes DSP, he probably knows what cat looks like.
I see what you're trying to say.
That's my point. Like,
or
you think he threw that in there to cause drama on purpose?
well hold on. Here's another thing.
100%. Yes.
So this Reddit already has, some misfits would say they walk among us. There's some dents that walk among this Reddit. Like, for example, somebody showed me this Reddit has a post that speculates OIC is Panda Lee.
No.
What?
No.
What?
I was
Wait,
there.
OIC was operating
we're not-
when they
we're not-
were together. That doesn't make
not-
any sense.
Yeah. So that's like the shit I've seen in this Reddit from shit people have
That's
shown
so
me
stupid.
since this came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, this Reddit is humongous grain of salt.
Yes.
Like, let me pull it up right now and look.
Is there a nugget of truth in this one, at least, dude?
No, I don't think there is at all.
Nope.
Like,
I mean, but
plus,
I mean,
didn't
DSP
OIC
DSP wouldn't even have any fingers left if he had like someone that.
Wait, didn't OIC say they were a male transitioning to a female? So why would Panda Lee, who is a female, transition to a female when they're already female?
well, so
That's
anyways,
the point.
That's
it's
the
all
point.
bullshit.
The point is the fact that it's just dumb shit speculation. Anyways, there's point in this where in the comments to this, the person is asked, like, "Oh, are you going to say anything to Phil about it on his streams?" And his response is something to the effect of, "Sure, what's his channel?"
Yes.
Oh
Come
my God.
on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. But Improper's going to say this. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's just another thing to laugh at Phil about because he's now leaning people for mentioning Safeway. Something
Yes.
as innocuous as a fucking grocery store is getting this man so fucking hurt. Hysterical.
One thing I want to say about that, about him limbing for Safeway specifically, because there are people in the Discord saying, "Oh, this is proof. This gives credence." No, it doesn't. Phil hates when you insinuate that Phil hates when you mention that he might go anywhere in his chat. Anywhere. If you mention any specific location that might be near him, he just bans you. That's a thing he's done for years. So I don't want anybody thinking that means it's real, because it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, at first I thought, because the specific Safeway that the receipt also showed was like, it wasn't like 6 minutes away from Phil. But then the more I kept looking, it's like, wait a minute, the mall that they went to and the mall that they had their dinner at is the complete opposite direction of that Safeway, and there's like at least 3 Safeways within a 5-minute drive for Phil. Why would he go to that one?
Breaking news, Decepticon in the chat says he saw Lefty at the Safeway using his right hand. Lefty, you have something to tell us, my friend.
Damn.
You can come on stream and confess.
What the hell?
You're a faker. He's been a faker this whole time. What are you doing?
Ambidextrous doesn't count as left-handed.
One thing we need to remember is that, one thing that I say, and this sounds weird, unless Phil says it on his stream, I'm not willing to make any leaps. Because Phil says a lot of shit, and I'm willing to theorize and wildly speculate based on what Phil says, but some rando posting a story and a receipt on Reddit doesn't ring my bell. I'm sorry. It just doesn't.
And
well,
plus,
I
think
gotta
we're...
remember too. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Alright. I'm just thinking, like, let's not forget how racist he was and still is. I hate to bring that up, but it's like, we all know he's a racist motherfucker, right? Like, he would have no fingernails left. Like, if he was living with someone that was not his skin color.
Well, then again, that could also be a secret fetish, but remember, from the Dead Sea Scrolls, anytime you bring up, and Alt said this when he posted that thing in, what was it, that old chat discussion, whatever he had, how, yeah, I'm the guy you had the match with when you brought the donuts. If you bring up anything that Phil has done in real life, he'll automatically think a troll is coming at his net.
Going back to your point, Stray Fox, Proper's going to bring up a theory for this in this video.
It's a great theory.
One that
I haven't watched this video yet, so I don't know. I just saw the story.
You're good. Let's go.
Yeah, we should just let Proper say it, because because he has basically a theory and a half. There's like 1.5 theories that he presents, and it's all good. You'll hear it.
He posted up on Reddit that he was at Safeway and he ran into Phil, and I'm going to put the story up there right now so you guys can read this long-winded paragraph. But he says he was with his wife, that he looked old, that he looked taller than 5'12", you know, this and that. And the thing is that this comes off of Reddit. You know, it's just a funny story. I don't think anybody should take it too seriously. You know, the guy could be making it up. He did put an imager link up there so you could go and look at his receipts for Kool-Aid, and the fact that he does have a receipt from Thursday, Phil's alleged day off. But he said an interesting thing. He made an edit, and it says, just realized that the woman he was with was not his wife, unless his wife is a larger Middle Eastern / brown woman. It did not look like that cat woman I just looked up. That's very strange, right? You know, he's like, well, it's a different lady, you know, and it's not the same person. So allegedly Phil got caught outside of the Snort Fort shopping with some random woman. Maybe it was an actual maid. Maybe it was, you know, some, you know, other kind of person helping Phil out. Maybe he has a handler finally for his severe autism. Who knows? All I'm trying to say is
if
that
only
this Reddit story could be plausible. Could it happen that this dude who lives in the Seattle area accidentally ran into Phil at a Safeway while Phil was there with
it's like a Bigfoot sighting.
Yes,
seeing
absolutely.
Phil in the wild.
It's a very, very good possibility. We don't know who this random person is. We don't know anything about the story other than what the Redditor posted up online. Now, it got traction on Twitter. Secret Life hit me up with a tweet and said, hey, man, like, look at this. This dude got, like, Lean In Manual banned on Phil's stream. What did he get banned for? Well, he got banned for asking Phil if he went to Safeway. That's it. Hey, Phil, did you go to Safeway? Ban. And keep in mind that this post was probably just a couple hours old at that point. Even if it was. So either Phil's lackeys are real on top of it, feeding him, you know, big boy Reddit news that's important, and Phil sniped the shit out of that Safeway comment real quick, like. Which, why would you even fucking do it? Just like, nah, man, I didn't go to Safeway. So it seems very incriminating for Phil, right? To snipe this dude, take him out, close out that comment because Safeway's a detractor meme now. And it's a bad story because it makes him look bad. Well, he might need a tard handler. It's not shocking.
He might.
This guy can't do
He might
shit
literally
on his own.
need a tard handler.
At 35, he couldn't even do the fucking laundry and cried about it.
I
on
love that
screen.
theory.
He needs somebody to take care of him. And I don't know if it has anything to do with his medical problems that he's trying to hide. I don't know if it has anything to
Can we
do
pause
with
it a second?
because his story comes from
Sure.
fucking.
I'm sorry. So, like, I'm a cashier at a grocery store, and I do see people like that a lot, where it's like they'll come from. There's like one of those, like, not Safeway houses. It's one of those like houses where it's like ARC or something, where it's like they'll
ARC,
go shopping like in group.
a supportive
Yeah.
group home is what that
Yeah,
would
exactly.
be.
So
Mhm.
they'll go shop in groups, and there's like one of the people who work there that's like helping them buy food and stuff like
Yep.
that. I'm like, Phil probably does need some kind of help like that. That's an interesting theory.
Honestly, that what Proper is saying is way more plausible than him cheating. He will
Exactly.
never cheat. He will never cheat. That's why I
No,
think
he
this
wouldn't.
theory is bullshit. If that woman is real, if this mysterious foodie beauty looking woman is real, then she has to be some kind of handler.
my God.
There is nothing sexual going on between those two, I assure you.
But wait a minute, there might be more. Like, what if Phil actually does live with some type of roommates or something in that house? That might not
They
just
could
be him and Catman.
they could have some live-in person. I mean, it's very plausible. They have
I mean,
3
that-
bedrooms.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah, he has a lot of space, so maybe
go
he's just charging someone his
ahead,
rent.
Thunder. You haven't said your piece for a bit, so I'm going to give Thunder the floor.
I don't think
Go
we
ahead.
would be able to go without hearing the other people if there were people in that house. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
you mean something? We'd hear
yeah,
something.
we would hear
Okay.
something.
That's true.
So, I'm with Proper's theory here that it's just like a fucking handler or somebody helping Phil because Phil has my back and his body is failing at the age of 41.
He
It could
could
be a
literally hire a shopping assistant. Like, that's a thing people do. You can hire a shopping assistant and they'll go to the
Okay.
grocery store with you and help you get your fucking cherry juice. Like, that's a thing
But
people do.
at that point, why don't he just do Instacart though? I'm sure they have
Well,
Instacart
yeah.
over there.
But
Exactly.
you're missing one crucial point, Stray Fox.
He
Phil's
DoorDashes everything
stupid.
else.
Phil's
Yeah, it's
stupid.
true.
He would rather pay someone to go with him as his lady servant or whatever to make him feel special than actually just order Instacart. You know?
Oh, you're doing such a good job, sweetie. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You
Yeah.
picked up an apple.
Okay, so I
Phil
need
would
to,
Phil would love to pay a servant. He would love
I
that.
need to correct myself. The post I was referencing earlier on this Reddit was actually titled 1 Minute Man is actually Panda Lee.
No, why would Panda? That's even stupider than the first one. Why would Panda
it
give him
is.
money
Exactly.
ever? That's so dumb.
Here, Logan.
Wait
a minute.
I will
Didn't-
send it
didn't-
to you, Logan.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
If you
like- I feel like-
if you want to link it
always
to me,
figured out
we
who 1 Minute
should
Man
show it on
was.
stream.
Wait, didn't
No.
Panda Lee have a panic attack when they finally broke up? So why would she give him money if she's that distraught about this dude?
He wouldn't.
Because
She wouldn't.
it's
The question answers your question, basically. So this is it. This is all the bullshit. They lay out all these points. Why would she give $20 a day to him? It doesn't make sense.
Dave she's doing well enough that she can easily part with $20 just to stick it in his face, and he's in such a shitty position financially. This is the
huge exit out on this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's highly regarded.
But
that's
I just
actually regarded.
This is the level of bullshit on the site. That's what
I want to set. I want to set the stage that the bar is low for shit here.
Yes.
So if somebody comes along and says, "Oh, I saw Phil in the wild,"
but let's play devil's advocate real quick. If Panda Lee was 1 Minute Man, it could be a case of Stockholm syndrome because she did have that panic attack, but. I don't know, but I agree with you guys. I think it's bullshit.
So yeah,
it has to be.
When Logan told me about this, because I was not paying attention for most of the last week and a half, I did some research on here and I saw this shit and I'm like, what in the actual fuck am I reading?
Yeah. Well, because
I think it's
as
more
soon as
believable Logan is actually 1 Minute Man as opposed to Panda Lee.
I have a Reddit watch alert when weird stuff gets posted on several DSP Reddits. I just have that set up. It hit my phone when I woke up in the morning and I was like, what the fuck is this? So that's how it started.
Also,
but yeah.
I mean, was Panda Lee's panic attack caused by the breakup though?
I mean,
I believe her panic attack caused the breakup.
No, boys, I'm here.
Matt Bear, hello.
Me with my boys. Where are we dropping, boys? Okay, we're dropping right in the thick of it. So I heard that, and let's get something very clear. When Phil was saying, it was a long dead relationship. We were living as roommates. And if you have to sort of piece some things together, because in the seamless web that is Phil lore. Is that I think that the thing that caused the breakup was the emergency stream.
Yes.
After the hospital, because she was having the panic attacks, because she was starting to talk to people, she was starting to get out in the real world. She's been with this guy since, at least 18 for the past 5 years at this point. She moved all the way across the country, left her family, her friends, that cute little dog that adored her in those VODs that she put up, and she left all that behind, and now she's starting to talk to people who are all like, oh honey, that's not normal.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then she's realizing that Phil cares more about his damn car than her health.
Exactly, and she's realizing this isn't normal behavior. This is fucking weird, and she's having the panic attacks, and he doesn't give a fuck. It's like, this is an inconvenience. He was sitting there with that fucking screwed up look on his face, bitching out how the doctors are fucking retarded and how they're wasting his goddamn time, and you have to have this fucking panic attack. You couldn't control yourself. Don't have panic attacks. Don't have anxiety. Just don't be depressed.
It's just that easy going to
that is literally what he told someone. That is literally what he told someone.
I know. I
this
saw.
Week.
I was like, just stop
Try
being
not
depressed.
to be depressed.
Yeah.
So yes.
It's not that easy, idiot. That's not how it works.
No.
So when he says we weren't boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, fuck you, Phil. You're a liar. You're a fucking scam artist, and you abused that girl for years. Fuck you. Well, Jews don't believe in hell, but get fucked before you die. Get graped before you die, bitch.
Wait, Phil is Jewish?
No. I don't believe in hell. But
Beth Bear is. Yes.
I am.
Oh, okay.
We don't believe in hell. We don't believe in any sort of eternal judgment or damnation or anything like that. Yeah. But this guy needs to suffer before he dies for this shit. So
a lot of people just want karma to be done. Like he has brought so much negative karma on himself, and it hasn't actually happened yet. And we're all just waiting for the second shoe to drop.
I think this is the negative karma. This is it.
It's starting to wear on him. He's getting less and less and less.
Here's
right.
Y'all got to realize this is a slow bleed. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody keep wanting it to be like, oh, instantly done? No, it's a slow bleed. This man, his body's failing at 41. His body's been failing since his mid-30s. One day, he's not going to be able to stream. One day, he's going to realize I wasted my whole fucking life. And what do I have to show for it? Barely a pot to piss in, and my body's broken. You know?
Narcissists don't think that way. I said I enjoyed myself. I had the pull. I had the little dopamine rush in the now. I got drunk. I got fucking turned up. I blacked out and I woke up and like, oh, what the fuck? And I did it the next goddamn night. It's how I got to sleep. I had instant pleasures. I stuffed my fucking face. I stunted on all those fucking trolls. Fuck you people. I'm the alpha Chad. And because I have the female wife who cooks me my fucking meals, you don't have that. I sleep in a race car bed. Do you sleep in a race car bed? That type of bullshit.
Yeah, no, it is literally that. Yeah.
He's gonna have that until the day he dies.
Can I ask you gentlemen something? Can I ask y'all something? Do y'all think that his bad habits were more than alcohol back then? Because the Dead Sea Scrolls, he admits to being an alcoholic, but he has the habits of somebody who either used to do cocaine or used to do crack.
No, I don't. I do not think he has ever touched cocaine. Nope.
I barely think he's ever touched marijuana.
He might have done marijuana. He may have done marijuana maybe once or not.
You know, that's just the post-nasal drip. Yeah, but I've seen a lot of former cocaine people who had that same type of snort.
Sure.
No, that's,
but also though, I have known people with as bad post-nasal drip as Phil. Eventually they get it treated and they address it. He just hasn't addressed it for his entire life, and there's no excuse.
He might be afraid
with it. Like his back injury, he could have had surgery to fix that.
Phil,
I think too.
I'm just fucked.
Well, honestly, so this happened to my dad recently. My dad smoking since he was 17 years old. He's like 66 now. He had a heart episode recently and he had to go to the hospital, and it was the first time he went to the doctor in like 15 years, and he'd never go to the doctor because he's afraid they're going to find something, and boy did they find shit when they had him in the hospital. Phil, I believe, is afraid of doctors finding shit. That's why you never hear about him going to the doctor. It's always Cat. But mark my words, if he gets hospitalized, they're gonna find shit that is gonna make him so scared of everything, even more than he is now.
He may be afraid of the treatment if they say, well, we could go in and cauterize, and there could be some discomfort. And it's sort of like going to the dentist in which they have to do a root canal. You're afraid of the pain of the procedure and the post-op process, and so you just don't want to do it because you don't want to feel the pain. But but this is something that's it's not causing him any type of discomfort that could be debilitating. It's just an annoyance, and it's disgusting to other people that he does it. And I think he does ham it up because I think he's sadist, and he likes to make. I think he's in a way he likes to make people. He wants to act the way he wants to act, does he wants to do, and people can't do shit about it because he does.
He's doing the same thing with the throat clears. The throat clears have gotten worse. He did the same thing with the bottle crunch era. Like, that's just what he does. He likes to hit people's senses really hard and say, "Fuck you! This is my stream. There's nothing you can do about it."
Yeah, because we've seen he can control it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But going just to sort of loop back about this is just wanted something before we get off too far off, but with the Panda Lee thing, when he said in the was it down the rabbit hole? I think it was down the rabbit hole when he said that Panda Lee's manager, the supervisor where she was working at the mall, was saying that, oh, she was crying out for you. Where's Phil? Where's Phil? She said, I want Phil. And then he's called her, manipulative. Thought it was manipulative, called her a gaslighter. And dude, motherfucker. And the way he just said that so calmly and so as if with conviction. He's like, she was just manipulative and a gaslighter. Dude, get beaten with hammers.
No one gets out clean in a relationship with Phil. Not his friends, not his co-workers, not his bosses, not his girlfriends, no one.
You come out with a scar of some size.
You come out, definitely scar. A lot of scars. And that explains why Panda Lee doesn't want to talk about this. She's hurt. She was hurt bad from this. She doesn't want to talk.
That's
about
why,
it.
like, I can't stress enough. Do not touch the poo. Like, don't even think about contacting Phil directly. Don't no fucking ops. No nothing. Because it's just not worth it. Like, everything he touches, everyone he touches is worse for having even been in contact with him. So just don't do it.
Yeah, also, like, one thing I wanted to say about the panda stuff, I think it went downhill way before the hospital story. Like, there were those moments where, I know it was Mr. Medicare that pointed it out, that he got a real piece of shit for it, where she was on bed with the flu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was playing Battlefront 2, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, I just wake my girlfriend up because I gotta make sure that she's still making dinner. I was like,
And that's why I think that I put no coin, a divorce coin is shit coin. It's at negative right now. Because
Yeah.
and I posted this, and Agent Proper just said it. I said it on Twitter yesterday. The dude fell apart when Panda Lee left. He couldn't cook for himself. He's like, everybody takes 3 hours to cook a lunch because you have to go in, you have to cook, and then you have to clean up, and you have to do it. And this is the bitch. This is the type of bitch that when he was asked to help out and do dishes as a kid, he would hold there with like a pot and the scrubber or whatever, and he'd be like screaming and crying in agony as he's like trying to wash it. It's so hard. Oh my god, I hate it. I can't do it. And it's like, fine, you fucking idiot. And they just didn't let him do it anymore. At that point,
I could totally see Linda just being like, Philly, just get out of here. You're in the way. Just get out of here. That's why he never learned how to do anything.
But he did that because he didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
and
he did not want to. Yeah.
And then he learned. Well, women do that work. I don't have to do it. And if I'm a man, I have a female to do those things for me. He won't fuck him because I think he doesn't. Honestly, I don't think Phil is necessarily gay. I just think that his performance is so fucking terrible,
and he has such erectile dysfunction,
high anxiety, performance anxiety that he just doesn't want to have.
And all the alcohol too.
He might even be somewhat asexual in a way because
I think he is such an uncomfortable person himself and such an uncomfortable person to be around that sexual chemistry would be impossible both for him and anyone attempting it with him. Like, it's just impost
And I want to say something as... Sorry.
Go ahead, Stray Fox. Let's, Jalara, hold for like 1 second. I want to give Stray Fox the floor. Go ahead, Fox.
Sorry. Well, it's just like, as an asexual person myself, like, I don't think he's asexual, because like asexual people can even still enjoy sex or have sex. It doesn't like always necessarily have to creep them out. It just means they don't experience sexual attraction to anyone at all, right?
True.
And
yes,
the way he acts, like the way he's so repelled by any kind of female form is like, I'm not saying he's like 100% gay or anything. I'm just saying, like, asexual people don't act like that. They don't like, oh god, a woman's in a bikini, oh my god, and like cover their eyes and act. And then, but on the other hand, it's like if a guy is like chasing him around naked, trying to like, like in that, like a Dragon Ishin game or whatever, he's like the opposite, like asexual people don't act like that way. It's either like all or nothing. And then on top of that, they don't act creeped out like by stuff like that. They just don't experience attraction to other people.
Well, to that, I've known asexual people who are kind of, it seems that it is a spectrum, like with a lot of things. Is there people, asexual people who are, they're fine in having sex, they just don't, it's like, oh wow, it's not like you have that sexual attraction, but
or
then
they just don't want to have sex, but they don't act like they're afraid of, like, but like,
Phil,
I mean,
Phil
there's like,
is,
they might not want to have sex, but they don't like, but it's not like they freak out when they see a woman, though.
Well, Phil is too repelled by sex for it to just be asexuality. It has to be trauma. It has to be trauma.
It's also
solely because
Arrested Development too. I mean, he's between 12 and 16, or he's probably more like a 13-year-old.
He honestly thinks like girls have cooties or something at this point. That's what it seems like.
Literally, yes.
Yeah.
No one likes absolution. Welcome to the room. Go ahead.
Welcome. his whole thing of hating women only started not recently. It's because of Cat solely. Because if you see when he was with Panda, yeah, he was afraid of her, whatever, but he was more sexual towards women.
That's true. Well, he's a self-proclaimed boob man back then. He loved the boob.
But Cat doesn't seem very dominating either, though.
She's a jealous person.
She's
a jealous person.
Yeah,
Cat's a cheater.
She's a very jealous, territorial type of person.
Exactly.
Cat's a cheater, and so she has to put a boot on your neck because I cheated, so you can cheat too, and I don't want you getting away. So it's fucked up.
This recent change is solely
care about him that much, though. It looks like she's just doing it for advantage to have a house.
You have
place to live.
You have no evidence of. You really don't know Kat if you think about it. You only know like a couple of things about her.
Right. Well,
you don't really know the interactions and stuff.
The only one that's come close to finding things out about Kat has been Tevin when he was able to get Subaru Man in those DMs. But that's all we know. That's literally it.
Well,
it's like a handful of DMs
that people overanalyze about.
Look at her face in one of the when he was describing the old college story where he had the drunk chicks and everything like that, and in the guy with the big Bowie knife who broke the sprinkler and everything.
Yep.
And when he was talking about that, she just had this look of utter disgust on her face, and she was like, she hated him talking about saying, oh yeah, there's this other chick there, and it's like, oh, you motherfucker. It's like you're cheating on me right now because you're talking about another woman. There are women out there. It's like if you look at another woman, if you think about another woman, if you have an interaction with another woman who's not postmenopausal, you're fucking cheating. And it's that look was just so bizarre, and she just had this death face.
I mean, the thing is as well though, like, you know what, Cat is mostly from Subaru Man, but in a way, it's like, how much can you trust him?
Subaru Man is probably a piece of shit too. So that really doesn't matter.
We don't have. I mean, I found the case. I mean, the thing is that if you have to do it and you have to make the request in writing, and those record requests could end up in the file, and so if, somebody wants to request that later on, it can whoever orders it could end up getting doxxed. And so I don't want to have my fucking name and my address in there. If I would order, I would have had it already.
It ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it.
No,
No,
not.
somebody else.
You're not going to learn anything.
No, that's what I wanted to ask you guys. Like, the way Kat acts, the fact that she's loyal to him and cooking for him and still around this piece of shit, this Phil, you think it might be because she has like some type of severe mental disorder too?
No.
Well, we know she has autism.
She has autism.
That's what Jenna said, and Jenna was talking about how she was going to go to beauty school and she was going to clean her life up. And the day she left, she was released from rehab. She started escorting him and getting high again, immediately.
Wait, who started getting high again?
Jenna.
Jenna.
She went right. She was clean for over a year, and immediately went back to getting high in second dick.
And that's Kat's sister, right?
Yeah, that's
Kat's sister.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good point. We have some info from Jenna, but she's unreliable. So
yeah,
I mean,
you have information from Jenna, who's unreliable, allegedly unreliable. Subaru Man, which some people think is unreliable. Phil, who's also unreliable. So you really don't have
we know
who
nothing
Kat
about Kat.
I mean, unless you go back to her like when she was doing Let's Plays. I mean, maybe.
She's very boring.
You could go back to some of her old streams that some people have, because some people still have her old streams. But
yeah,
for all we know, Kat's a corpse sitting in the room with the Skyrim monitor going.
Well, that's why.
Yeah, big ups,
that's why. Honestly,
where's Kat?
big. So my favorite part of that entire Misery Merchant trailer was when they used the Indrid clip where she goes, "The theory I'm interested in is Kat's dead." That hit me so hard when you just get Indrid being like, "Yeah, Kat's dead." Like, oh fuck, this hits so good. Yeah, where's Kat? Hashtag where's Kat?
I mean, the only thing that was found out was that the restraining order that Phil brought up doing side scrollers was indeed real.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to confirm because Phil did it on his own. No one knew.
Yeah,
no one that I know knew. But
yeah, no one knew until that day that might
and
have
then he'll
even
flip
existed.
and say, "Well, did you track his dog and found out that day?" I'm like, "No, but you told us."
You gave us the lead, if you will.
The reason it was weird because he was saying they've dug into my gut and into my life, but did they find the restraining order? The thing is, in Michigan, a number of years ago, domestic violence restraining orders and those types of protection orders they do have an filing and e-record system in Michigan, but those kinds of records are not available for viewing or purchase or those cases you can't even look up. You have to call or go to the courthouse to get it. And so nobody would have been able to find it anyway because it's been scrubbed from the system. It's been scrubbed from it's just not there. And I think
someone did find it after the interview.
Me. Oh, I called up. Yeah, I called up the court. I just looked to see where could have Kat lived, and I noted that she had, according to certain internet searches, she could have lived in various places in Michigan through the years. And then somebody told me Superman's real name, and then I looked up where he lived, and I called the court in the county, or the district court in the county where he lived, and that's where it was. It was in the place where he lived at the time.
Okay,
that's how I triangulated it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Isn't it also that in Michigan, like, you get it granted without any...
Yeah, that's what I explained. That's what I was explaining, was that in unlike other states where, like in California, what you do is you apply for a temporary restraining order, the judge will review it. And if it's a domestic violence, they will review it without notice to the other party because of the potential for danger and hostility. And then they will grant the temporary restraining order. You serve it, you'll get a court date, and it's usually within 21 days. You will then serve it on the other party. They will file a response. They will show up to court, and then you'll have a hearing on a permanent restraining order. Now, shall this continue past this date? And it will either be granted, modified, or it will be dismissed. In Michigan, they automatically grant it. It's a temporary order, but it will last for a minimum of 6 months, and there's no further hearing set. You are supposed to serve it on the other party, saying you have to stay away from me. They then have the right to go to court and ask for a hearing on a modification. And so it's just there, and there's no punishment, and there's no sanction if you just don't serve the restraining order at that point. The person can't be punished if they happen to violate and they weren't actually served and they didn't know about the restraining order later on. They can't do that to them, but at that point they would know about the restraining order. They'd be told, hey, there's a restraining order out here, et cetera, et cetera. It looks like, from what I found, it was a temporary that was granted for 1 year, and it expired, and there were no further entries. So she went, filed it, they automatically granted it because she pled enough facts to sustain to grant the order, and there was no proof of service. She didn't actually serve it on it.
Okay.
And so there was nothing further.
Question?
Yeah.
Sorry. So
go for it.
In my mind, it's 100% like a marriage of inconvenience, right? She needs a place to stay. She's not going anywhere. Okay? So if that's the case, I don't think there's a whole lot of chemistry between these two at all.
What evidence do you have on that?
Just the way he talks about her, the way it just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of romance going on there, right? So why would she be that jealous of him? And
all we know about her from him is that she likes sushi, and occasionally the household items that she uses or stares at don't work anymore.
She's a gold digger,
so
I think.
That's all we know.
That's my guess anyway. That's my take on it. Is that she's just a gold digger.
Can I ask you guys this? Do y'all believe that the reason we don't hear from her is that he might possibly be super abusive to her? So she's maybe scared to leave, and she's just catering to his every need?
He's 100% emotionally abusive. I don't think he's physically abusive, but he might be emotionally.
I think he annoys her, but I think they're both using each other. I think he's using her because he gets to say my wife, and she's using him for a free ride. Essentially, well, I don't think there's any kind of physical abuse.
It's a mutual thing. But I do think he might have some slight control or initially did on like social media stuff because he wanted the opposite of Panda, with, like a close relationship.
Cat to Phil is a way for him to point and say, "Look, I'm normal." By him being able to say, "I'm married," he can say, "I grew up like my contemporaries. I'm normal.
Look,
I have a
wife." Because in every other way, he is visibly stunted, other than the fact that he's married and he owns a house. And he doesn't even technically own a house, really, if you think about it.
He's basically playing house, though. That's the whole thing. He's like a little kid playing house. Look, I got a wife. I got bills that I got to pay every month.
We ran all these. It takes us. It takes us so 5 hours to run. It takes us 5 hours to run 3 errands. Blah, blah, blah. I'm an adult, you know.
Yeah, he's literally just playing house here.
Yeah.
Does she still have a Let's Play channel?
Kat, no. her stuff is still up on YouTube, but she doesn't post. She hasn't posted in fucking
She hasn't posted
years.
When they started dating each other.
Yeah.
Does anybody know why she just stopped posting?
Phil told her not to.
Yeah, Phil told her not to. He has said before, well, Kat thought about streaming, but because of the trolls,
yep,
she's just gonna lay low.
So much and like painted this fake scenario that like all the trolls are gonna go after her, so she can't have a social media account. She can't keep making videos or anything.
Actually, Roachbait with a correction in chat. Tevin did it. Yes, it was Tevin's fault.
So Tevin did it. Yep, that's
so that level. What he's doing, it's in a way it's control, but it's not to necessarily control her. I mean, it would control. I mean, it would prevent a lot of people from, hey, Phil does this. Hey, look at this. You know how Phil is doing. Did you know about this before you started dating him? So he did want to control that, but in his mind, it's all lie, slander, and it's the trolls taking things out of context. So what he's doing, it has a secondary effect of being controlling and having a negative impact on her, but the primary goal is protecting himself.
And he's downstairs crying right now, guys.
It's because Phil was so afraid of Kat being on social media and streaming, because that was another angle to get at him. He's not protecting Kat, he's protecting himself. That's just the way it is.
Like, a lot of women out there, they're not going to be that timid that easily. Like, the fact that he said no social media, and she caved in and said, all right, baby, I'm not going to do it. That just sounds too utterly strange.
I don't think
for her to just stop doing that.
I don't think it was. I think I don't know if Meth Bear said it. It wasn't like he told her. I think he kind of scared her, and that first stream kind of made her not want to do it.
Reinforced.
Well, also, it's like Meth Bear was mentioning about just. I mean, we have it up now. Just look at the way she's interacting with him on a stream, and she's eyeing the chat. Yeah, So why the fuck after this would she ever want to stream again? You know what I mean? She convinced herself with the help of Phil to not stream. I think it's that simple.
Yeah, it's very. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Why was he even letting her read the chat? Like, couldn't he have just like?
I mean, that's
her play the game
not letting her read the chat though.
Because he benefits from her reading the chat and being scared off from it.
I mean, how are you going to physically stop Kat from reading the chat though?
Unless Phil just turns it off, which honestly, Phil should have turned the chat off for that stream. That would have been the best thing he ever did.
Well, then it wouldn't work how it was supposed to.
Or I'm just playing on his phone, like check on his phone.
Yeah,
for the chat.
That's true because he wanted to bring his girl out and flex and make some money.
Yeah,
so
because
it had to work. The chat off.
It had to work.
What is Kat in all this? She is a symbol for Phil to point to his detractors and say, "No, I'm normal.
I'm a mature adult with a wife."
Does Kevin have a female living?
Does
Kevin have a female living with him, cooking him healthy, delicious, fresh meals?
Here's the thing nobody said.
He might, but we don't know. Yeah.
So therefore, the fact that he can move in and marry a dent is fucking perfect for him. Like, come on. It's not that deep.
It's really not that deep.
So something just rings abuse there. There's got to be some type of abuse because not too many women are going to just sit there and just say, "Okay, baby, whatever you say, baby. All right, I'll do it, baby." Like it's
But
gotta
I mean,
be-
some would.
She's
Something
afraid of
crazy.
losing her
Some would.
home. She's
She's
afraid of
some would.
losing a shelter.
And don't forget, she's a Phil fan. A Phil fan
There you go.
self-selects to be a certain type of person. Automatically. If you are an unironic Phil fan, you are already halfway fucking there, my guy. You are already halfway groomed, okay? Like,
You think she's
come on.
more of a fan or less of a fan with living with him?
Well,
Oh,
now
she's definitely less of a fan. I
disillusioned.
think she could give a shit about his streams right now. She doesn't fucking care.
It's like a cult member marrying the cult leader, basically. And then,
Yeah.
Look at Game Trekker. Game Trekker is a narcissist. He is deep into the victim. He's a professional victim. I showed the. I send a lot of that stuff around when I saw his Facebook page, and I'm looking at this. And this guy is fucking off the rails. And
Yeah, he's fucked up. Yeah.
He had a girlfriend at one time, who is now, I guess, gotten better, because I saw on her page, she's like, yeah, look at some of those Facebook posts in the past. I'm better now. But she's like, oh no, it's you're being attacked and you're being oppressed by the world because you're just a fundamentally good person. You know, the world hates you because you're good. It's that they hated Jesus because he told the truth, type of a thing. It's
Persecution
like that.
complex.
It's a persecution complex. And so, but knowing that he grew up in a fucking hole with a batshit insane mom, we can see where he, gets a lot of that neuroses. And the guy is very similar to Phil in his outlook on life.
Yes.
In which, except Phil is a more of a positive dominant type, in which he's just, my shit doesn't stink. You're all fucking haters and you're crazy if you don't think it. And so you're just beating up on me because I'm the best and you hate that I'm the best. Game Trekker he's the opposite end. He's like, I'm trying so hard to do good and I just can't do it. I've never felt warmth or love. Nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. And they just want to beat up on me all day.
Well, there's different types of narcissists, I think.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Like how they
There are.
approach things. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's really the difference between like covert and overt, right? Like that's a really good example between those two.
So would you guys say the Game Trekker was throwing money at Phil because he wanted a friend, or he was doing that because he sees Phil in himself?
You got a friend in me.
I think
There you go.
I think probably a little bit of both, because he would get Phil's attention because Phil would say to him, "Oh, you're doing such a good job tracking my stats, but also tip me." So that gave him some kind of positive affirmation every day, and it gave him something to do, He would basically do homework for Phil. And people that are that insecure like being lackeys. That there's a certain type of person where they fucking like being someone's bitch, basically.
They love to be in the
And that
cult.
was Game Cucker.
I know Prey when I see it.
Who knew that Game Cucker, a joke name that people used for a really long time, would be like shockingly appropriate once we figured out what his background actually was. Holy shit.
It's like
Mine's
giving.
up.
So he was basically the sound wave to Phil's Megatron.
Yeah, pretty much. Just
Big up Silent Weapons
did the
also
work.
for that in the chat.
You get a guy. I mean, you get. Oh shit. It's also like you get a guy who is trying to buy a girl a bunch of shit, and she's being very friendly with him and saying, "Oh wow, I like you. You're really cool." And and it's sort of like playing this little game, but then she's off fucking somebody else when he's not there. So he doesn't really care. And it's basically he's just it's a simp mentality, and he's trying to buy the affection, buy the attention, because he knows that if he attaches money to it, it's more likely to get a positive result. So, and it's the same way, almost like that Bubbles XD streamer that Gundam talked about, in which there was the guy who just kept on giving her more and more money, and she was promising a relationship. And she was talking about it, and no, she wasn't. But that's it's similar to that right there. It's like if I give money, then I get more. The more I give, the more attention and praise that I get, and it's public praise. on the internet with all these people.
Well, he's no stranger to cults either, apparently. So,
yeah, exactly.
I mean...
Oh, sorry, shit, got a call. Sorry.
No worries. See you, Matt. Yeah, dude. I think. Well, we can get back to the proper video. Man, we're like derailed.
We're
like
an hour
4
in.
minutes into a video. This is great. I love it. These are the best streams though.
Reddit of all places.
Here, I'll drop the music so we could just hear.
Now again, this guy has never
proper.
by the way, anything else about Phil. Never mentioned
Yes.
anything about Phil.
Yeah, before she goes to bed. Remember what I mentioned before the stream?
Yes, absolutely. It's somebody's birthday today. Whose birthday is it today? Astro.
Nash's. Well, Nashon.
Happy birthday, Nashheim! Woo! Sorry
Happy
you couldn't make
birthday.
it on the stream. I don't have anything for the soundboard, but what do we have here?
It's your birthday. We want you to
We've
have
got
fun.
Can't believe you're not prepared
my,
for
my
I've had
stream
balls
deck is not.
that
My
you
stream
would
deck is-
really
oh,
come
there
in
we
my
go.
face like this.
Now it caught up. Here we go.
This is really fucked up. That you would really come in my face like
There we
this.
go. That one and no, this one.
Talk
about my wife.
That's
Please.
happy birthday.
Please.
What?
That's happy birthday. Phil does not like birthday sex at all. But this one,
Talk about my wife. Please. Please.
that's the more appropriate one. So happy birthday, Nashheim. Woo! Big
Talk
ups.
about your wife, bro.
Who knows? He could be a Phil watcher. He could be a hate watcher. He could be one of you filthy detractors out there. But all I want to tell you is that it's just a fun story, bro. That's all it is.
And
This is harmless
that's
trolling
what it is.
101.
A fun
You're gonna
story.
get people to talk shit about Phil hanging out with some large brown woman at Safeway for whatever reason, and he's gonna fucking have a meltdown over it. I think that's what you should get out of it, is that a funny, strange story like this could lead to it's just insane how far this can go.
I legitimately
Phil could just be
thought
leading
Len
every
was
Safeway comment ever made.
Agent Proper at
For as
first.
far as
They
I know.
sound similar.
But still,
Oh really?
it's a
Well, they
harmless
have
story.
done streams
That's all
together
this is.
too.
No,
oddly
I know.
enough.
I know they're not the same
Yeah.
person now, but when I first came across
Okay.
Len's streams, I'm like,
Really,
you sound an
it's
awful
not
lot like
gonna
Proper.
ruffle feathers. It's not gonna fucking make a big movement. It's not the next escort saga.
I really like Len's Armored
It's
Core
just,
streams, by the way. If
Oh,
you
yeah,
want to
his
watch a
streams are
detractor
great.
play
Posting on
Armored
Reddit
Core,
for as
Len
far
is
as
one to
most
watch.
people are
Icy
concerned.
Yamamoto is one to watch.
But
So-
remember,
Len made
All it
the
is about
guy,
laughing
like his mech,
and
like
having fun.
look like the action figure
so
of the
if you had
guy.
fun with this silly story. And
He
you
also
look like
made
that
he also
actually
made
really
a
good.
he made a
Twitter
Jade
posts
build,
going
which
back
I
and
really
forth,
appreciated.
the
That
Office
was-
Oh,
Sander
nice.
stuff that's been going
Yeah.
around. You know, that's the whole point to this shindig, is that you just gotta have a good time with it. I mean, I don't take this seriously. Is it plausible? Sure. All of this stuff could have happened. Why the guy didn't get a picture of Phil and this mystery woman? Who knows? Maybe he thought about it later. Maybe, damn it, I should have got that pic. Maybe he'll run into Phil once again in a couple weeks, you know, at Freddy Boys or, you know, one of the local pet stores that Phil goes to. 'Cause,
Looking
you know,
for him.
Phil's a creature of habit. And then he could snap a picture if he's with that woman once again.
Or curls and
I mean, we don't
twirls,
even
or
know
the
what cat looks like anymore.
Imagine
Alcohol
confronting
place
Phil
he
at
goes
twirls
to.
and curls while he's cutting his hair.
Maybe we'll get
That's
Dude,
hilarious.
big ups. I want to hear that story. I want to hear someone confronting him
All
while
it
he's
is-
in the chair and he can't go anywhere. Yeah,
silly bullshit.
that's what I want.
Just like the vortex is every single
she's
day.
fucking up, giving
It's
him another
silly
fucked up
bullshit.
fade.
So either
I want someone to have a story where they're like, I'm Phil's dental hygienist, and boy, I want to tell you about his teeth.
That's going to be a
what I
fake
wanna-
story because he's not
Yeah.
going to the dentist. Get out
Well,
of
I
here.
mean,
Yeah,
he's
that's
not
true.
going- yeah.
He hasn't
Get
been to
outta
the
here.
dentist since he moved to Washington. Yeah.
I would
enjoy
argue
it,
before
you can
that.
be mad about
I
it,
would also say
Probably.
before
you can
then.
just ignore it. It's your choice.
Imagine if it
It's
just
like a
came out that,
choose your
like,
own autism
I'll tell you
adventure.
about his denture
It's
store.
fun.
It's
It's
dope.
fun. It's
yeah.
harmless. And they do buy Kool-Aid, so you know that Jenna might be.
Also, that Kool-Aid being $8 is
Anyways, guys, I just
ridiculous.
wanted to
I'm mad
bring up
about
a
that.
little
I
short
know.
video for you.
I tried to look
What the
for it. I
fuck?
couldn't find
Bullshit about
$8
it.
Kool-Aid.
Don't take this whole Safeway.
Probably
story
like
Kool-Aid is
macro
supposed to be
too
like an
seriously.
affordable alternative
As
to
I
other
said,
drinks.
exactly.
Is it
What
like
the
one of
hell's
those
going
really
on?
big pouches, like one of the, not
Just have
pouches,
fun
but the really big
with your time in the
containers, they're like
vortex,
jars or whatever of
and-
I
it?
couldn't
enjoy
find
it.
a big enough. I
And,
found one that was
I'll see you guys
$4,
around
and it
very
was.
soon.
Jesus.
Well, they got two of them, so there you go.
Maybe.
There we go.
Ah,
That-
there
is
you
that
go.
is that my mystery solved? There we go.
Is that the
Mystery
cherry
solved.
Kool-Aid?
You know what boggles my mind though? Like, if you listen to the Dead Sea Scrolls back when Phil used to call Alphaism Radio, he was dead set on trying to get that Angela chick to be with him.
Oh yeah.
But you fast forward to now, it's like
That's
being with a woman, sexual stuff, all that. It's like it disgusts him. But back then, he tried his hardest to get Angela on his dick.
I'm telling you,
it's just insecurity.
It's solely Cat's doing.
Yeah.
He would be could go back to who he was before if he got divorced with Cat. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he would be tits.
Yeah.
I think it's more
100.
insecurity and ED mixed like with also.
I think him being like a really outspoken boob man was also due to insecurity because I have a strong belief that he never touched a woman until Panda. That is my strong belief.
Oh no! No, you didn't hear the college story where the dude with the knife tried to stab him.
Yeah, sure. The dude with the knife and then also there was that nun with the perfume that wanted him. Like
the hot Latina that chose
what about the girl who like sold him the condo in the first place? He was trying to get after her.
Yeah, come on, Logan. No
and they scammed him.
How do you scam someone out of a
Phil's an honest guy, dude.
Wait a minute,
He's an honest
what about
guy.
all the times where on video where Panda was basically offering him the ass and he had like he didn't see it?
He
was
denied
a
her.
busy man.
He loved.
He was filming for his job. She needs to wait.
I gotta work, honey.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah,
don't ruin my money.
Yeah,
he's a mature adult. He's got to work.
Like she was literally begging
Devilish
for
Face
says
the
her.
disappearing weed. Yes, it was the disappearing weed where they pounded it into the carpet. Yeah, that was the one.
But that's
all right.
He called the security guard stupid for doing that. He said he was so stupid that he didn't even know what it was. He just sort of
fucking idiot,
and ground it into the carpet. He's like, if true, he's favorite fuckwit.
Good vibes.
Shout out
to hate.
Shout out for hate. All of our clips are hate army clips, by the way.
Like, what is it with Phil though in trying to go after women that have boyfriends?
Hey, it's an easier battle than everyone else. Come on.
It is a test of manhood for him. I think he.
Can you imagine him on a dating site?
Looking.
Oh, dude! If Phil had to get on the app, oh my god.
How do you use it?
Wait, pause it a second. Sorry, I want to say something. Like, I'm not advocating for anyone to do this or to touch the crew or whatever. But what if someone made a fake like dating profile for Phil and just put like all his shit up?
It's not.
That has to exist. I'm sure there's no way that doesn't exist.
I mean, don't you need to confirm it with your phone number though?
You do.
We have his phone number.
Yeah, but it would need to be
or honestly, it's so easy to set up a burner and say it belongs to Phil. Like I could set up a Google number in 10 minutes and say that I'm Phil Burnell. That wouldn't be hard.
Right.
I'm not now disclaimer. I'm not saying anyone should do it. I'm just saying it would be easy from like an OPSEC perspective.
Some places
the number
have the phone, but it's like I prefer email. Please email at me.
Yeah.
Well, some apps will not let you use. They won't let you use IP. Phone numbers like that. You have to actually use SMS.
So it has to be something with a SIM card. Okay, that's smart. That's smart. Okay.
And I mean that would also automatically make that burner the probably contact number on the website. And I mean, fill in emails, like everything gets put in the spam folder anyway. So,
which just further proves that he is playing WWE because that also needs two-factor authentication.
But he also said he doesn't know what it is.
No, he fucking knows a two-factor authentication.
See, what else is funny too? Phil doesn't just go after women who have boyfriends. He also goes after women who he thinks are easy. Because the way they described Angela and how Angela acted, she came off kind of easy.
She seemed kind of like a wild
she was down to clown. Like she was talking about fucking a guy that was on the show with them. Like, come on, dude. Yeah.
I mean, didn't she come on the show to have sex live on air?
I do remember that, yeah.
That was Bunkei's offer, basically, and Phil was fucking edging because of that, basically.
Yep.
Here, with the fighting game community back then, there weren't a lot of chicks involved. So if a retard like Phil could say, "Hey, I got one of the FGC chicks." That's just a way for him to flex.
7 hours on the first
Yeah.
minute with
Again,
no story element whatsoever.
it's
I probably would be bored. I'll be honest with you. You know,
That's all
just
that
like
is.
Gameplay for gameplay's sake. But
That's
I
why
get it. It seems
he
like that's the kind of game that
liked Angela. He liked Faye, Taco Chan. Like,
You know, I may go back, we'll see.
because there weren't
But I
many.
definitely
It's
wanna
it's
focus on
it's
doing
it's
it.
like Thunder said.
all
There weren't
something
many.
to feed the ego.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is as well though, like the condo that he bought, you know, because he was interested in that girl, but
Yeah.
he bought it off of her boyfriend.
Yeah.
As a flex. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I can buy your man's house. That's an amazing flex. Don't think
That,
about the
you,
logistics
that
of it.
that is no lie. That is no lie. A pretty fucking good flex. I
But
have
it doesn't
to.
work
I
out
have
in
to admit.
reality.
Yeah. No, but like if I were writing a movie, that is a good fucking flex for a movie. But like in real life, women are usually like, "What? Why the fuck did you do that? I don't want to live there." Like, who the fuck cares?
The hate army.
Yeah, like there's a good chance that he literally sold it to upgrade.
Good vibes to the
Shout out to
army.
Hey.
I mean, he thinks he lives his life based on like John Hughes movies, right? Like that's something that would happen in a John Hughes movie. Like literally would happen in a John Hughes movie.
You know, nowadays, if you hold up a boombox outside of a girl's house and blast it, she's calling the cops. She's not going to fall in love with
Also
you.
known as
Yeah.
React.
Exactly.
What that means is every Sunday I do my React show, DSP versus the Internet.
Even though
Over
Say
on my
Anything is a
channel,
beautiful
DSP
movie,
Reacts, that's youtube.com
let's not discount that. That's a damn good movie.
Reacts.
And that
Now,
Peter Gabriel song is a legendary
this channel
song,
started
but
back in February.
if Phil was to do that
And
today, he's going
the
straight
initial
to jail.
idea for the channel.
No,
was I was gonna
he
do
loves
this
80s
weekly
movies,
show called DSP versus the
Ghostbusters,
Internet,
you know,
where every
Caddyshack.
Sunday,
That's
guys nominate
Let's not
clips, and
forget
I watch
career
them.
opportunities with a
The
very
second
young
idea was
Jennifer
that we were
Connelly.
going to do long form React content.
That is
Yeah.
I
example,
really like her in that movie.
documentary.
That is
I
a
react to the whole
that is an
thing. I
interesting
do a
film.
special
Let's
event,
say
recapping something from my
the rocking horse
something
scene
like
is
that, right?
pretty
That
good.
also has
Pretty good.
worked on that channel. The third idea that I have for that channel never came to
Different
fruition
movie.
because of harassment.
What was that
You're
one movie,
thinking
like
of
the nerds or the
Requiem?
geeks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Requiem for a Dream is the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Were
good
very
movie.
interested and lined up to do it. One of them already agreed for
It's
me
a
to do
it's
it.
a hard
And what
watch.
ended up
It's
happening
a
was a lot of
it's a
drama and
hard.
negativity.
I've
Hard
seen
watch.
it a few times.
And anyone who was
Hard
associated
watch in more
with
ways than
getting
one.
harassed
Yeah.
online. And I said, it's just not the right time. It doesn't make sense.
I'm
Why
still
would I
mad
start
this
an
fool's a
interview
year younger than I
when
am.
anyone now who you know would be involved with me would basically get harassed
I
for
mean,
doing it.
I got
So
a
I said, you know
job.
what? We'll hold
I
off.
can still come home and
Things have
stream
definitely cooled
games.
down.
I'm not online
Since
begging
then,
for
as you
money.
see, there's no drama.
And you don't
Right.
look like
Thank
this.
God, no
You don't
drama
look like you're falling
whatsoever.
apart.
People have been trying to put me into
Well, I
the
mean,
last several months,
once you
and I
hit
have
like
stayed
35 or
away
so,
from
when
the
you're a
positive, it's
mill,
not working.
stuff starts
I just
going
sit here,
downhill. But
do my own
I'm
stuff
not
for my
sitting there
audience and have a
complaining
great
about
time, and it's
back
really gonna help,
pains
right? I
and
think that
act like I
you
can't leave
guys
the house
overall,
to do
the vibe
technical
I'm getting
stuff.
from you is that
Right.
you appreciate that.
I mean,
You
Can't
don't wanna get
hold a
dragged
bowl
into
of
drama.
food
You don't wanna
still.
get dragged
You
into
know,
nonsense.
honestly,
You just want to be here
I
with
can
me
cook
every
for
day and
myself.
relax and enjoy video games and chill
You
out
know,
on
honestly, a
podcasts
lot
and
of
do some
guys
react
are
stuff. So I've
when
done
you're
my
actually, if you
absolute
take
best to
care of
stay out
yourself,
the
if you
drama.
hit
So,
35 plus, and
perhaps
even into your early
long-term,
40s,
that third
you
idea
can
of the
still be a
series
force to be
will come
reckoned
back.
with.
Okay, for
And
now
I,
it's on
kind of,
hiatus
you
on
know,
hold and we're not doing it.
I mean, I'm
Some
built
other
like
things have
Samoa
also come to
Joe.
fruition
Meanwhile,
over on that
Phil's
channel.
built
For
like
example,
Stevie
tier
fucking
maker
Richards.
rankings have done pretty good over there.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
they've done
anybody
6 of them
anybody
now,
can have
including
play.
movie
You just
horror
you
villains,
just have to live a decent life and take care of yourself.
Let's think about it.
Exactly.
but also
This
just
man
American
sits
fear
on his
cuisine in
ass
general.
every day, screaming at a
You know, ranking
television.
the Zelda games was one really awesome
He
one.
doesn't
And then the one that we recently just
exercise
did was
at
the
all.
best
He is
games
the
of the last
epitome of a
12 years.
sedentary
Top
lifestyle,
two that
and that's why his
But-
body is
He
failing.
said he walks
But
around the
even-
neighborhood. Come on, don't lie now.
But even if he looked like this and he knew something and he had things to talk about, there's a chance he might find someone that would date him. Let's say Kat leaves him and he had to date again, which he'll be
you
alone
mean
forever.
Cat leaves him in a body bag.
Well, yeah, but let's say
Okay.
for the sake of the theoretical
Exercise.
here,
Yes.
yeah, for the sake of the exercise, let's say she gets up and leaves. What's Phil gonna talk about on like a speed dating thing? I'm a streamer. Oh, who are you?
Fucking
I'm
nothing.
DSP. The lady takes out her phone, finds the tractor
No,
content
you already-
immediately.
She sees the fat
I'm
video
out.
and likes it. No.
I'm out.
Oh, go guy with two names with the. I like that. I like that so much.
Wait a
Where she's
minute.
like,
First
oh,
off-
May 1st, 2016.
First
Oh,
off,
pretty
you're
good,
getting
Phil.
a
But first off, we all know if Cat leaves Phil's gonna do 5 streams back to back detailing everything she did wrong, and it's all her fault.
Yes. It's gonna start. It's gonna start from the day she moved in, and he's gonna tell you everything.
Hold on, Demeter says it all started back in 2008 when I got fired from the helicopter.
On the
helicopter.
Oh my gosh, you won't even finish the helicopter story before the bell rings.
Right,
Exactly.
Unmatched.
Well, wasn't he saying at one point he was speed walking around his fucking neighborhood and all his
Yeah, he was.
He's exercising. I'm telling you.
He also did.
yeah.
He also did an hour and a half of yard work for no reason the other week.
And he did 25 push-ups off screen too. Don't forget that.
Isn't his yard like a concrete slab as far as we know?
Concrete slab.
Yep.
But
It's a concrete
I'll be honest
slab.
with you guys, okay?
There's like there's like
I'm
a
annoyed,
foot
but
of
I'm only
grass.
annoyed because YouTube.
That's what I was
a
saying.
YouTube
Like,
channel like that way
what
less
the hell
viable than
was
it
he
really should
weeding?
be.
He doesn't have a
Allow me to explain.
garden. He
Every week
doesn't
I do my
have
react
like
show. DSP
anything
doesn't
like
have a
that.
front
How
yard,
could
I
he
don't
be
think.
weeding?
What, doesn't he have like
Doesn't he have a
pavers?
yard?
Doesn't he have pavers out back? There could have been stuff growing on.
Yeah, he
No,
does.
but you know what?
He
Let me
has-
find the video of the backyard. There's no grass. It might be like a foot of grass there.
There is a specific vlog where he actually shows
No, I
his setup.
Not
I know.
fit for ads.
Didn't somebody
unsuitable
take a
for
picture
ads
of his
on
front
YouTube.
door or something?
Now, why would that be? If
I
the
mean, you
original
can
I wouldn't
find
be
it.
surprised
He
if
has
they did.
nothing
Google
to
Street
read,
View.
so what the
suitable
hell was
for
he
ads,
always supposed to
and has
reading
ads on it,
everywhere?
why would my reacting to that video be unsuitable for ads? And the answer is because YouTube's system is automated, and the algorithm has been
This is him complaining about his reacts.
Bitching over
content.
pennies.
I don't know if you
He's
guys
literally
knew this.
bitching over
It's a
pennies.
thing. A lot of YouTubers have been complaining.
He would do better if he just deleted the react channel. Like no lie.
Yeah.
He should just delete the react channel and just
Oh,
let
why do you
people.
say- why do you say that?
Complaining about it. That
Not that I
YouTubers just seem to be
disagree with
flagging
you, but why do you
everyone's
say
videos
you
for certain
should delete the
words
channel?
and reacting and stuff
I'm
like that.
saying,
Now, you
well,
wanna know what's really
it's
not
good.
being affected?
I like the react
Gameplay.
channel because it's good
So
for
this
us. The
channel,
reacts
DSP
is some of the best detractor content there is.
literally
But
next to no
he should
issues
delete
with
the
this
react channel so that he could
at
just
all.
squeeze
Almost
memberships
every
out of the
game
gaming
video
channel because that's what people
perfectly
watch.
fine, doesn't have any
My-
issues.
Logan,
My-
he can't do
The
that
react
though.
style stuff
Pause it
for
a
some reason
second.
does.
He can't
Why
do
not?
Every
that
single week.
because that's his retirement plan. He
Oh,
is trying
okay.
to get away from gaming because he
Yeah,
doesn't
he
like
did say
gaming
that.
anymore.
I don't know if you're being
So he's
ironic,
trying
but
to
I
go
do.
into.
I do believe that though.
No, it's true. I'm being honest.
No,
That's
he
what
is.
his retirement plan is.
He is actually.
He's trying to get
He
more and more
desperately
away
is
from
looking.
gameplay.
He desperately is looking for an exit ramp from games, and he doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Right.
So
And
He
eventually,
wants
he's
to do
probably going to try to do a
politics.
political channel at one point.
I
He
want him to do
politics.
politics
Everything gets
so
flagged.
bad.
I get no
I
ads out.
dare
Oh,
him
yeah,
to
he's
do
gonna.
politics.
He's never.
He'll do
gonna
everything he
that.
can to get rid to not do
Say, no, I
gameplay.
think this is a
Did,
mistake.
did y'all not
I want
hear
him to.
his whole
I want
rant
him to
about
stream
Trump?
on Cozy. It'll be great. It'll be so good.
Well, that's what I said. He
His
should
whole
just
rant
be.
about Trump?
I'm not kidding you.
Nothing
Every
pleases
single
a pig
time
roach
that I
more
dispute it,
than
I
to
get
not
ads on
know
the videos.
something.
But the problem is
And
YouTube drags
he
their
doesn't
feet
know.
with this
He
process.
doesn't know shit.
So I'll
But
do
he-
my
he
react
don't.
show on
He
Sunday.
don't. But he
upload two
thinks he
parts,
knows
immediately
everything.
demonetized. Okay,
But-
well,
Well,
he's-
Rant about
he's-
Trump when he reviewed the Trump video.
He's the kid. He's the kid in school who would never study for the test and then bitch at the teacher when he didn't get an A. Like
So now
Phil
by the
is
time that they get
that kid.
flagged or unflagged and they get
Well,
ads,
I've said
He's
it before.
proud.
He's probably-
He's proud of low.
I'll be like a
He's
pig over the
actually
next
proud
year
of his
on the
low
video.
effort lifestyle,
So
and
that's
it's
the
so
problem
annoying.
right now.
Well,
Well, I've
that's
said
the
it
efficient. That's
before
the efficient
that
Sigma
he's-
business.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fun to do.
It's
interesting. It's good
low
variety,
effort,
by the way.
extremely
I
high
like doing it
reward.
because it breaks
I
up
only
the
work
monotony of just gameplay,
for
gameplay,
I only
gameplay.
do 4 hours of work in a day,
It's
but I
not
make more
viable
than
when it comes
all
to
of you
making money
month.
as
And it's
a
that
source when you're
mindset.
talking
It's
about,
the
like, ad
minimum
revenue
work,
reviews.
maximum profit.
Alright?
But he's thinking
So when it
it's
comes to the React
they're
channel,
like almost not
my
even getting out of bed,
actual,
and you should get the
know,
money. No,
income that I make from that
it's
channel
relative. There's
comes
a
from
it's
mostly
you have to
people
put in.
supporting the stream.
He's trying. You have to
And
put
that
in.
means things like
You have to put in
super chats
effort. You
and
might have to
super
put in a lot of
stickers
effort.
during the streams,
Within the rewards on the
memberships
other
and
end.
gifted
could be
memberships to the
great.
channel and
Okay,
tips during
he's
the
just
stream.
trying to keep it
That's really how I make
down
the
low,
majority of income on
like
that
at
channel,
1%.
okay?
But then he
Now,
wants
it's not a
100%.
ton, but it's a good
gains
amount.
from
It's a
it. It
supplemental
doesn't work that
amount.
way.
It's
He's got it
worth the
fucked up.
time
He probably
to do,
was
say,
listening to
for
his
one
dad,
show a week,
who is
and
trained in
every once in a
Lean,
while I'll do a
Six
special
Sigma,
event,
and
and every time
efficiency,
I do a special event, I see a
to
spike.
that nature, and
Every
he
single
took it to
time.
the
And just in the
extreme
last month,
and
I
just
did the Mission
grasp onto that.
special react event, the
It's
Dark Side of
minimum
Mission, where I
effort,
talked
maximum output and just ran with it without understanding.
Yeah, you're right. He probably took whatever yellow belt training or whatever it was, and didn't understand it, and was like, "My dad told me to work smart." smart to achieve the maximum output with minimum effort. I'm just going to do that, and that's how he lives his life. So,
well, I've said it before. Like, he would be a lot more successful if he just was honest with himself, went to Cozy, and be like a racist piece of shit that he is, and he could be like the next Ethan Ralph, and at least probably be more successful than what he's doing now if he was at least honest with himself.
He's too boring.
I think, but as much as I agree with you, Stray Fox, and I would love for him to just go to Cozy, he cannot because he loves to say that I'm on a mainstream platform, dude. I'm on a mainstream.
Which is nice for variety.
He wouldn't last there because he's too boring.
Or a movie. I can tell you this, in the month of
Compared to
October,
his
takes are not that spicy if you really think about it.
No, they're not. But the thing is, I would love the inevitable stream where Destiny talks to him, and Destiny actually gets to be like, so what the fuck is up with this car thing, Phil? Like, what were you thinking? Because Destiny for years has wanted to talk to him, but he's refused to talk to Destiny.
Because he plays Factorio during the streams. And
well, yeah.
You're not
even though Destiny has like severe ADHD and he needs to play games to focus, but Phil doesn't get that. So
tip every once in a while, you could tip without.
Let's see, you know what arc might end up happening that nobody's really talked about? The Phil Burnell arc where he gets so desperate, he goes behind the scenes and asks Keemstar, "You still want me on that show?"
I've noticed this.
Oh no, I disagree with you. I don't think he ever would, because if anybody found out, he'd be incredibly cocked by Keemstar.
Of course, people are going to find out because Keemstar is going to be the one to tell everybody.
Well, yeah. And I think Phil's an idiot, but I think even Phil would know that. Phil would be like, I'm not going to talk to Keemstar because he's just going to turn it around on me. Because that's literally why he didn't want to call Keemstar, is because you're going to make shit up on the phone call.
He's not going to do that. I've done the show once a week since February.
He will live with his parents again.
So do
over
talking
to Keen.
That's like,
well, as GTG says, he doesn't have pride; it's his ego.
Yeah.
Well,
you're willing to bet a prideful man. A prideful man would never, ever ask people for money on stream like that. They would never act like him. They're prideful men. They're back in even the 1800s, you would have men who they could have a disaster on their farm, or they could have there could have been fire, and the community could come together and say, okay, we're going to help you because we're in the community, and they would say, I don't need anybody's charity, I'm going to do it all myself. It's like, you have nothing, and you're a member of our community. And there were people who would pig-headedly not even accept it because of their pride.
Great Saran.
Yeah.
But there's a good reason. I enjoy doing this content for you. I want to keep doing it.
Yeah, but that was just a part of it. I mean, something like that was a part of it, and people just would not accept help or quote-unquote charity. Because if you take charity, then you're admitting that you're down now, and that that person that would refuse the offer for help also wouldn't beg. That's the difference. Right, exactly.
Phil is turning people down. Meanwhile, he's saying, I'm successful while begging in the same breath. That's why I completely agree with GTG. It's ego. He doesn't have pride. He has a big ego.
Exactly.
That's the difference. He has a high opinion of himself, but really no pride.
It's going to be a good one. So, anyway, just throwing that out there, okay? Okay. So,
I don't even know what he's talking about. This is great.
That was yesterday's first stream. The first two videos, actually, now
he's going over to
Let's
go
to... No, this is a scam stream. I'm calling you out.
Oh, Starfield woke pronouns discussion. Let's go.
Wait a minute. What is this title?
Yeah, he waddles in. Yeah.
No, I'm reading.
He waddles.
Yeah, I'm actually planning on making a separate video on this myself. I haven't actually seen it yet.
You missed like one day of Phil, and he's wilding out.
That's what I'm saying. You try to take a break for 1 or 2 days, and he's like, "What?"
The other thing that
I have been looking for a take on this from you, Stray Fox. I don't know how
me
plugged
and
into this.
Jolaro are both LGBT community.
No,
and
I knew that. That's why I'm happy that both of you are on stream tonight, or if y'all are gonna do your own stream. But I actually wanted to. It'd be nice to actually get some LGBT takes on this, because I'm just a straight white guy. So what the fuck do I know?
Fair enough.
You don't have a lot to say. I'm sorry.
No.
When you
Well,
make your
I mean,
Like,
shoot, that's
like I
anything.
said, also, I'm making my own video on this
Starfield.
one. particularly.
Ask
Oh,
your
so
pronoun.
you
He
should.
or
Don't
him,
use your content
she or
here.
her,
The lefty
or they
doesn't
or
need
them.
to
Did you
take
know
advantage of your
there are
content.
actually people on Earth?
I mean,
So
wasn't
upset.
it,
It's a
wasn't
joke.
it
Pronoun
shouldn't the
selection.
age
We
just
already
admit that
got in
somebody's
trouble with
just get
Decepticon
over
for
it?
using his
Oh my
content
God,
last
hey,
week.
now-
So
Giant rage quit videos about it.
I just want to say
I'm gonna have to yell at hate for that.
also, I don't want people to forget. He's been on That Being
This
Said.
idiot.
As has been on That Being Said. This fucking idiot has been on That Being Said.
Yeah, exactly.
As heels versus babyface. This guy's a fucking idiot.
There is nothing
I actually used to like his
more
content.
than to sit
And then I
down,
saw this and I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I used to like his
never mind.
content too, but people turn into chuds like they do.
Maybe he had low blood sugar, guys.
They,
Come on.
they
You ever
love
think
to
of
like pander to right-wing leaning because that's like the easy crowd to pander to.
Yeah.
I think he was just having a bad day.
That's what side scrollers is doing.
I mean, the thing
they're
is
also
as well
having
now.
a bad day.
go there, and you know, I
Like,
love nothing more.
The thing is as well, like
Then
now
with
with
all of that laid out in
if you
front
get
of
a
me,
certain
I
amount
love
of
nothing
impressions
more
on Twitter,
than to be
you can
dragged
get a share of the ad
down
revenue.
every fucking
You think he's doing this just for content?
opportunity
This
No, I genuinely think
I don't know
that this. I genuinely think that this is mental illness. You do not
no,
spurg
it is.
this hard.
Like,
you do not
no,
spurg
it's
this
not.
hard unless you are mentally ill. Like,
I
Oh, so
think-
he's not doing it for. Okay, fair enough.
I think that when it comes to this, it's because
Sorry, do you want to get immersed in our world?
for
Yeah,
all the
well,
years,
guess what?
because he's on Friday Night
Fucking
Tights and he's
Colin
on Real BBC. I mean, I'm a
Fucking
member on his
change
channel.
security. Fucking
But
current day California
his
shit,
his
'cause that's all we fucking know.
he's
'Cause
been
we're
seeing like how
bored.
because he's talking about
We're
Hollywood on
so
how it's
fucking
you look at
boring.
She-Hulk, you look at Batwoman, and you look at what he's talking about is all of this,
We can't see
these,
past our own fucking reflection.
you know, like what they call wokeism,
That's the
being
level
and
of
what
our
Disney is doing,
narcissism here
and just
at
what they've done to
Bethesda
Star Wars,
Western
what they've done
Game
to other
Company.
IPs, and the fact that
Fuck
you know, in a lot of
immersion.
games, and it's
Fuck you
it
having
will
a
be
good
like
time.
what was it that
Fuck you
Forspoken
falling
game?
into a world
It
and
was
just getting
most of the
lost.
most
No,
important people
Current
in the game
fucking day.
were all female. It's like a complete change around from another setting, other settings. Which it's like you have the Mighty Warrior who happens to be a 5 foot tall female.
You have
Type of-
nothing
and
to
it's
say.
just
You
now
are a
normally
one
if you're looking at combat in a medieval setting, that person's going to
waffle.
get their ass kicked in
He's
about
gonna have
2
a
seconds
stroke.
flat. Yeah, but I think that this is probably just it's not something I don't he probably should have blown up on, but it's probably a culmination of years and years and years and years. Like he's talking about, this is not just about this. This is about everything else that's come before this, and he happened to explode on this.
Okay, but where was all this energy when Comics
He's done it before.
happened?
Yeah,
Where was all this energy when Gamergate happened?
That was a long. I mean, he was. Green, but he wasn't that
Gamergate might
involved.
as well have been a lifetime ago in
Yeah.
in today's terms. Like,
Like it's
we have
literally just an option on the fucking thing. It's not
Well,
ruining
yeah, and I think
immersion.
my
when you're making
my
a character every like
my-
you go back 5-10 years
my
ago.
point to this
character
my
creation-
point to this is this is a garbage take no matter where you sit
Well,
on the
obviously,
political spectrum,
yeah.
because you're talking about hundreds of years in the future, a spacefaring society, and who you can have your character genetically manipulated at any point in the game to look like
Well, just
anybody,
like Cyberpunk, exactly.
be
just
like anybody.
Exactly.
Cyberpunk. It's set in the future.
The point is he's in the context of the game where you're in space and you can be anybody. A pronoun selector ain't that big of a deal. It's not something
No,
to spurg
exactly.
about. That's
I'm
why this
sorry
is a
if you-
shit take.
You
And
know,
if you
also
go
they
back-
ask what your
Sentry fucking
they ask
Also-
what your pronouns are on job applications these days. I mean, it's part of the norm.
They've been asking what your pronouns are
For a
in
long
games
time.
since Pokemon. Like you can choose:
Exactly.
are you a
You go
boy or are you a
back, like,
girl?
5 or 10 years.
There's no difference. There is no. I'm gonna get real left soy here. There's no difference between a Pokemon gender preference selector and this, even though this is like more current day. I'm a cis dude in Starfield playing as a lady. So like, what makes me different?
I think you need to
you know
yell
what I
and
mean?
rant and cry about it.
Yeah,
Well,
2 minutes.
exactly. And then you got this guy, Dr.
Oh, this
Disrespect.
idiot, yeah.
Jacob's hate for putting all these together.
Everything's starting to make sense.
Logan, correct me on
Everything's
this,
starting to make
but
sense.
isn't I don't know if it's only for one platform or not,
Everything's
But
starting to
isn't
make
it
sense.
depending on the name you pick that it just, you know, assigns you pronouns,
So,
and then you can change them if you don't like them?
For just real quick, I just gotta get
For
off my chest.
Starfield.
Obviously, we've been hyping up Star Citizen for
Starfield. There is an obvious pronoun selector at the Dr. Disrespect will get to it.
Starfield.
Can I say something though?
Yeah, of course.
We've been making it very vocal.
You pause it.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone has pronouns, and it's all about creating your customer. You're in a character customization screen, and you go back to like even PS3 era, and they would ask you, "Do you want male, female, other?" You know, sometimes they would have it would sometimes even be ambiguous, where it wasn't just male, female. They would like say, just like they had that back then too. It's like you're making your character. It's a part of your character you're gonna pick.
I have a friend who is gay. She's a lesbian, and her thing is she loves making her characters into bearded ladies in games because that's fun. You know what I'm like? It's more expression. It's more room for self-expression. That's what a pronoun slider does. It's not all about it's not all about representation necessarily.
No.
Representation
No,
is
not at all.
important, but
it's about fun too. Yeah, like you said.
But it's about fun and self-expression, because for years my friend was like, "Why can't I be a fucking bearded lady in games? I want to be a bearded lady because that's fun and stupid, you know."
And you look at the Dark Souls customer creation, people will make some fucked up looking alien like fucking
really
beings
fucked
in that
up.
shit.
Yeah,
extremely fucked up characters in that.
When I was playing Cyberpunk, I made a Fuda.
And Still Ran brings up a good point. In Saints Row 3, you could be whatever with whatever voice or genitalia you wanted to, and that was 10 years ago.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Saints Row 2, you could do
all the
that.
Saints Rows
you can make
do
it
that.
transsexual.
You could have you could be a dude, you could be a lady with a penis, you could be anything you wanted to be. And like there was controversy back then. I remember people getting upset about it. Then again, the internet was not what it is today. So
And like
maybe it was just less.
It makes even less sense in these games that are set in the future, because like that's the whole transhumanism thing, and we're all as society heading towards that, where you can customize your body the way you want it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
too fat, I'm too thin, I want cybernetic arms. Like you can do that.
When
That's the whole point of it.
when Cyberpunk came out, I rember people getting really upset that you could be like a lady with a penis or whatever, and it's like, dude,
I did that.
we literally have this game is literally about a society where people could be all chrome. A lady with a penis is like the least of your worries.
Like
okay?
I know some other trans people were like upset that they were featuring that. I'm like, I don't see why you would get upset with that. They're literally
it makes perfect sense within the game. It makes perfect sense.
It makes sense in the context of the game that, like, you know, that's options you can do. It's not wokeism or we gotta pander to everyone. It just makes sense in future.
Go ahead, go ahead, Meth Bear. We've been spurging. Go ahead.
Well, now when you're looking at something like Saints Row, you said Saints Row 3, you could be whatever, mix whatever you want. That was I just looked it up. That was back in 2011.
Let me play the game when
it's been a lot
the
has
others are
happened in society. In 2015, the Supreme Court declared that same-sex marriage could not be, the states could not ban same-sex marriage, and even since then, you see in the news and you see in social media
we just had to get that off our chest.
A large influx
and I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier.
On things like you have the neo pronouns, like a lot of some that you see from like Tumblr. You've had people like the Twitch mod, or the person who was on who worked for Twitch, who was the Deerkin, who a lot of people, and so a lot of people I think are looking at this, and back then you really were kind of like, well, that's kind of funny, but now when you're hearing about, well, you hear in the news, well, there's an entire classroom at an elementary school in which you have 30 kids and 28 of them are identifying as non-binary or trans suddenly. And then it's like, that didn't happen back in 2011. You didn't hear anything about that now.
This is your concern.
And so I think it's more of like people are sort of like
And I've actually seen
even though that stuff might have existed back then, now, and if you're looking at it the way that it's looked at now, in which you're talking about, okay, if you give, there are people out there saying that if you give hormone blockers and puberty blockers, if you take that and you decide later that you don't want to, if you take it off, then you will spontaneously enter into puberty and you will just continue to grow even if you're in your 20s. That's from, I don't know all the science on it, but from what I understand, that's not settled, and it probably isn't true. Okay, that you could go into if you're in your 20s or later, you can go into spontaneous puberty if you stop before you started puberty. There's a lot of the science, they just don't know, because a lot of it
needs to be more research done on that, I think. Yeah,
exactly.
Yes, it's still very much untested and very controversial.
And I want to say,
go ahead.
Sorry. Well, as like a trans person myself, I'm not advocating for kids to be given hormonal puberty blockers or anything like that. But is it so hard if the kid wants to identify as a certain way? Just let them socially transition that way. Let them wear whatever the hell they want to wear, or call them by the name they prefer. I'm not advocating they should be given medication or anything like that. I don't agree with that until they're of age.
I would say that you have to also look at the parents on what they're doing. Because
make sure it's not, the parents aren't forcing it on them, of course.
Yeah, because you look at Megan Fox.
Yeah.
You look at Megan Fox, who's been in the news, and a lot of people are looking at people in Hollywood who are doing this too. Which you shouldn't measure yourself by anybody in Hollywood. Most of those people are they've been abused. They are abusers. A lot of them are fucking crazy and are some of the worst people in society.
They are not like us. They are not.
But Megan Fox adopts kids from, I think they were from Africa, and they're dressed in tutus and in rainbow-colored hose, and they're dressed in pink. And it just so happens that you adopt two kids, and they both just so happen to identify as being non-binary and trans and dress and dress in that way. It just happened to be that way. It's like, no, I mean, if you're looking at less than 1% of the population who could do that, and then it's like, well, I happen to adopt two kids, and they both happen to be that. You have a better. Why aren't you playing the lotto every day if you have that kind of luck? And she's influencing it. And just like if you have that case in Texas where it's highly suggested that where the mother who was the physician was influencing the son because she wanted a daughter. That's what the dad was saying, and so she was going to have a daughter. Even though she had a son.
Yeah.
And so that can happen. And people and kids do change. I mean, I've had family law cases that have gone on for years in which the minor was identifying as being non-binary, but then once they started reaching up into their teenage years, it sort of stopped. And they did have a change. And
it should be like getting a tattoo or enlisting in the army. You got to wait till they're a mature adult, and then.
I mean, the thing is though, like
let them decide it themselves.
Like, Medbear, you were bringing up puberty blockers that you can't go into spontaneous puberty when you're in your like mid-20s, right?
That's what I mean. There's a research. Some people, this is what people are saying. This is what
there's evidence to suggest that, but there needs to be more data.
Yeah. Funnily enough, a couple of days ago, I looked it up because I was watching some video. But the thing is, like, you're not supposed to take puberty blockers until you're in your mid-20s. Yeah. It's basically you take them when you're about to start puberty, and then you take them until you've made up your mind completely, which could be around 16, which could be around 18. Mm-hmm. Like, this is who I am, or this is not who I am. If you feel that you want to actually transition, that's when you cross over to HRT. If you feel okay, I'm not actually trans, you stop taking them,
and like, even if your kid isn't identified as trans, if your son is like just wants to wear a dress, let them wear a dress. Let them wear whatever the hell they want. There's no harm.
I think too. I think
they like.
I honestly think the physical aspect of what we're talking about in this conversation is getting away from what the Hate Army clip was getting to. So just to reel this back in a little bit, I think the issue is identification. That's what Az is talking about. That's what Dr. Disrespect is talking about. That's ultimately what Phil talks about.
Representation.
Right. It's about. Go ahead.
I apologize. I'm gonna add this in.
No worries.
That. But it's genetic too. Like me and Straight Fox was talking about this because I'm gonna say this, and I don't care who clips it or tries to turn it around. It's genetic because my mom is bi, even though she's ashamed of herself. My dad is bi. I have a little sister that's bi. I have an uncle on my mom's side that's gay. It's genetic too. So a lot of people just forcing it on these kids, they are dead wrong. Because I'm living proof that it's genetic. I have too many people in my family that swing that way, including myself, for it not to be genetic.
Yeah, I want to say something real quick because Silent Weapons in the chat saying, I guess I'll leave until we get back to clowning DSP. You can. That's fine. If anybody wants to leave and catch the VOD, I am going to chapter mark this conversation. So if anybody wants to come back tomorrow or later for the VOD and skip over this stuff, that's perfectly fine.
Anyway, we're almost done.
Yeah, if you gotta go, you gotta go. We understand. We didn't expect it to get this far in the weeds, but sometimes, because it's all DSP. I blame DSP, and you know why I'm gonna blame DSP is he always
started
says
talking about
I'm not.
it. If he didn't start talking
I'm
about
not
this.
gonna get political, guys, and then he loves dipping his toes in politics when he's a fucking idiot and he doesn't know anything about what he's talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. But he wants those clicks, dude.
No one chooses to be gay or trans either.
It's so. This is the last thing. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about. I'm a cis straight white male, okay? But I've had plenty of friends and family who are gay, trans, non-binary, all over those sorts of spectrums. What I've been told time and time again is it's something you feel. It is something you feel that is elemental. Because a cousin of mine described it to me because I asked her about what it's like to be gay, and she was like, I don't know, man. It's just something I feel. It's something I feel that it's who I am. And I was like, You know what? Thank you. So that's really it. And we shouldn't make people ashamed of how they feel as long as it's not hurting anyone directly.
Right.
We have a good friend whose kid recently came out as non-binary. We knew him as a boy when we first knew him, but now they're non-binary, you know? And that's just something you do for a kid because they want to identify as this.
A kid with respect. So if they want to be called a certain name or wear certain things,
right. And if you want to be supportive in that kid's life, sometimes it's good to just kind of go with it as long as it's not destructive and they're not hurting anyone. And it's not a situation where anybody pushed them into it. His mother is a single mom, a nurse who works in the ER at night. Like, she's not pushing this on anybody. It's just something this kid felt. And they said, I identify as this. Is that okay? And we were all like, yeah, sure. Like, we love you, man. Like, that's great, you know?
And I just wanted to also quickly say, like, most trans people, I would argue, disapprove of like pushing drugs on kids. Like, kids.
That is never a good thing.
No, exactly. Most people don't agree, but like, you see these 1 or 2 bad apples on Twitter or whatever, and everyone thinks, oh, all trans people think like that. No, leave kids alone.
No.
If they want to identify or wear something like a clothing or something, that's fine. Or call them a certain name, like however they want to. But don't give them medication or life-altering things like that until they're of age, mature, and let them decide for themselves what they want to do. That's it.
Be safe. Follow your doctor's orders. That's probably like the most important advice.
And see therapists.
Don't make rash decisions
to make sure. Yeah.
Yep. Seek therapy. Seek professionals. So let's try and get back to clowning on DSP for this.
Back. Yeah.
One thing I want to point out is this: I hate this fake sobbing that he does, this feigned sobbing that he does I can't stand it.
Him of all people, he doesn't understand any of this shit.
Nope.
No, he doesn't.
Did he remember to water bottle on his face first?
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? He watch. He looks through his fingers at the chat. He looked fucking peeker.
I see you.
You asshole!
No, that's hilarious.
That's really funny, actually.
I think he's okay. Now, when you do something for long enough, when I used to work for Best Buy, when they still had DVDs, if you work there long enough, or even like for CDs, you can spot
Don't get
like
me
from
wrong.
a
There
good
are
distance away, and you can
very
just
serious
hone in on
issues,
it.
going
And
on
this
that need to be
bitch has
tackled
been
at various levels.
getting that
Okay?
chat
In real
or
life,
troll messages and whatever
Starfield is
for
not
so long
that.
that that little
Starfield
quick
is
glance
nowhere
through his
even
fingers, he
close to
probably
any of
could have
that.
picked up
And the fact
so
that
many
people make that
fucking
jump,
scumbag
that
detractors
really makes me
with
feel
just
like
that
all
one
you
little
want to
glance.
do at
He's
every
so
waking
trained.
moment of your life is create controversy
Absolutely.
for your own personal gain. I'm sorry. There is at no moment.
Devilish
during the
Face says, I bet he was really bad at
Starfield do I
7-Up in
believe that
school.
thought
I
went
think
to
you're
anyone's
right.
head.
And
Because
remember,
Probably a fucking cheater.
he still to this day
You're out
doesn't
of
think
your
the T
fucking
word
mind.
is a slur.
You're an
Though.
idiot
I want to
who's trying
reiterate.
No, he
that.
doesn't.
Drama
As
about
of
it.
like
You'll
last
get
year.
clickbait
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we'll pay you. You're a loser.
And all the bullshit that he said, like,
that's all
I made a
the content you put
compilation.
out on
There's
the
a
internet.
compilation
Stop
out there,
making
and
content. Really, it's trash. No one cares.
reacted
Keyword
to
is
it about
supposed-
how much
serious
bullshit
issues
he
in a
said.
serious way.
He doesn't think that, you
don't
know,
involve this kind of fucking
popping
nonsense.
off on
No
his
one's
best
going
friend, or
to
just smoking his best
play
friend was
Starfield and be
bad thing. It's not a slur
indoctrinated
anymore.
into a mindset
No.
of
Apparently not.
transgenderism, you fucking idiots.
Also, if you
have to
listen
be the
back to
dumbest
those
person on earth to
alphaism
believe
calls,
that.
man, he
That's the
lets
thing,
those
I don't believe
N-words
that anyone
fly
making
on that
controversial
thing.
He
videos
does.
about it believes that.
Jeez.
They're just doing it to get
I know.
fucking clickbait so
He
they can
got
make
the
money.
passport. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, he did he actually say at one point that someone gave him a pass?
Completely joking. I'm completely joking.
He probably thinks he does. He
Oh,
probably
no.
thinks he does.
He said it to impress that chick Angela.
I'm
That
just telling you
Angela
like
said
it
something
is.
about
I see
big dick
hacks,
N-words
shills,
or
and
something
people
like
out
that.
for this
And then
when
Phil
I
was
see
sitting
it
there
and I call
editing
it like
stuff
it
to
is,
us.
and I'm
So
tired
tell
of
me
the
more about
bullshit.
the
I'm
big
tired of people
dick
putting out junk
N-words,
content
such,
on the
some
internet and
shit
people
like
feeding
that.
into it.
I
Because
almost
it's
watched that
nonstop
episode.
drama and controversy. Stop feeding that engine.
Edwards
Really.
from Outer Space.
Stop it.
The
Because all
was it
that's gonna happen,
1994
every single
movie?
thing in life will be
It's
contentious.
like what was the
I will
girth
pick
of?
up this hand exerciser
That
A.
clip is on
Fucking
the Detractor B media thread if anybody wants to listen to it. It's a word we can't say on YouTube, but I think Midlife Crisis clipped it and it's on Detractor Beam.
And
So
I'll be
you
told
can
I
look at it.
can't use this hand exerciser
I think the
because
wildest
the
shit
company that made
that
it either
I
supports
heard from
or is
Phil
against
in
this certain
the
political
Densey
thing.
Scrolls.
Fuck you.
Also gonna have to watch the
Fuck
one that
you.
they're putting on now
I don't want
later
to
on.
be pulled into your toilet
Yeah.
of toxic
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that tomorrow morning. Yeah.
I think the wildest shit that he said was where he didn't believe that someone was terminally ill.
I can just enjoy a fucking video game.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
And then-
terminally ill. Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
the same.
and
so
then-
with
Oh
Angela.
yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, he's like, I don't believe it.
But that wasn't the wildest thing. It was afterwards that he tried to defend himself, like, I know what it's like.
Got that segment out of the way.
Yeah.
I knew someone with cancer. She survived. I'm like,
Because of the crazy amount of 60 frames per second graphics have been bothering you, I know. It's all good if you just want to chill and talk.
Sorry,
It's all good,
Jade.
man.
The graphics are really bothering Jade these days. Or not the graphics, but the frame rate.
Nasty
Sorry,
Ryan,
Jade.
Just
I have no idea
leave.
What you're saying. He says,
Why can't Jay just leave?
People are mad
Wait a minute.
Jade
I
could
thought
just
the
watch
wildest-
something. He could just watch something
Just
else.
leave. Don't watch.
Jade, watch something
That's what
better.
he should do.
I thought the wildest thing Phil said was when he tried.
Yo,
he was
big
talking
ups,
to John
Nasty
Rambo.
Garage Ants. Big ups. I love that name.
He was
Steve
talking
is way
about,
too woke.
He was talking to John Rambo about Lion
That's
King.
deep right
He tried
there.
to make it
There we
seem
go.
like
What are we
did
gonna find here?
what Scar was gonna hard R with Nala or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he's
I
royalty, and
remember that.
royalty can do whatever they want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Anyway, I think you're
I
mistaken.
mean, the thing is though as well, like,
What are my pronouns?
like
Fart knocker
after
and
you know his I knew someone with cancer and they survived.
See this
When that-
this response. I'm sorry. This response right here, where he says, "What are my pronouns? Fart knocker and ass." Like, come on, dude. That's not even a joke. It's
My
not even.
pronouns, Fart knocker
Are you-
and ass.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even go that far. I'm good.
It's not even a joke. Like,
Yeah, let's
just
not
make a
get the
joke, dude.
You can address me as either.
I mean, the thing was like after that whole cancer story, like I knew that it was gonna go there, but I didn't expect it in a way.
Yeah.
Like obviously the first person that he brought up, it's like I know what it's like. I lost my best friend T.
Well,
For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
So Lefty says this to me all the time when we're recording like gameplay videos for Hitman or whatever. He's like, "This is gonna be bad in ways you don't expect because DSP is always bad in ways you never anticipate," and that is so true. Oh, this one is the refund saga. Sony refund saga. Let's
And
go.
keep in mind, he didn't like the beta at all. So why is he even trying to get the game?
He has
I mean, he
to
already
because
has
he
the game.
bought
Why
the
doesn't he
stick.
get a refund?
Yeah, he bought the stick. He's committed
I
now.
thought he was
Street
first
Fighter.
game on the stick. I really did. I thought he was gonna like
is coming out
use
the 19th of September.
the
Refund the
controller or
stick
whatever
too,
is
then.
broke. Yeah, that's what I thought he was gonna do. Honestly,
Unless
because he was making an
should've.
excuse like, "Oh, it's
The deluxe
broken. It
edition.
doesn't work."
The deluxe edition
I thought it was
supposedly
gonna be a
comes out
work
on
until
the
return the
14th
stick,
of
but he didn't do
September.
it. So
Now here's the deal about
Plus,
Mortal
isn't like
Kombat.
Mortal
Bill.
Kombat more geared
I'm
toward
more
controllers
invested
instead of
in
sticks
Mortal Kombat
anyway?
1 for the story.
I
I
can't.
think we've got
an
I think we've got an uninitiated in the chat. Jared Reeves says, "I want to know more. I want to know the lore."
And am I interested in trying it online
God.
and playing for
Can I
months
say
there?
something?
We can
real quick
go
before
into some
you-
lore shit. Yeah,
Can I say
go
something?
for it.
Tried that beta.
Hey,
Yeah.
is his name Austin Reed? What's his name? I want to address him formally.
Jared.
Jared, leave right now. You don't want to be here. You
Yeah,
want to
get
be in
out.
this vortex. You'll
It's
be
a
stuck
vortex.
here
Jared, get out.
forever.
That place is toxic.
We
Get
don't
out.
need you here. Do something else. You'll be stuck here for years and years and wondering why
Yeah.
you're doing it. Please
Like,
leave. Thank you.
So to be clear, I'm glad
Am I
you're here
joking?
at this
I don't
moment, but get out while you can. Get out because it'll consume your life. You'll be streaming on Saturday night instead of doing things with friends. It's really bad.
Leave.
But
Don't
I
do
think,
it.
Time with
Leave.
your loved ones.
and
Wait, I
seeing
think
how
Jared just wants to know the
far
lore about
inferior
Jade, though.
The
Oh,
net code of
well,
Mortal
Oh,
Kombat
about
was
Jade?
in that beta to anything
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
you saw that,
leave.
he said, "Who's
Now
Jade?"
It makes me
never
worried that I'm
come
really gonna
back.
enjoy this game online. If the connection
Oh,
Time go.
that is a good idea, Embode. We need to throw our Discord invite in the chat so that Jared can possibly hop on the call with us. You don't have to,
No.
but you might as well just get all the
Stop.
way the fuck in, buddy.
Jared's stuck now.
We
We
got a
lost
Tony
another one.
Pizzaroni again
So,
here.
I'm
Situation.
gonna
One-
pin.
Once you
I'm
join,
gonna
when
pin
you join
this
the
link in the
vortex, you're
chat.
never getting out.
I need to work on my pitch. I need to work on my pitch.
average, my best connection was
Well, I was the one that
that
derailed your pitch. I fucked up your pitch.
I mean, it is your channel, and I can't take over that. So
No, it's Indrid's channel, technically. If we're talking
Is it? Well,
Well, it's on
no.
Discord, though.
So this is her server, but this is Lefty and my channel. So
Right.
Right. But
and whoever, according to Lefty's rules, whoever is presently at the helm is in command. So
and of course, this game
I'm in
supposedly has a
command.
whole new single player mode to
the
check
two
out
key
with all kinds of
system
fun
has been
modules and
eliminated.
challenges and things
We
that
can
might
each do what we want.
So-
It's chaos.
No,
we have
it worked
we have
well.
recently eliminated the
I
two
already
key
bought Mortal
system.
Kombat.
So
I already own it.
fuck it.
All right?
Lefty's gonna do
But the
something
question
bad.
is it
No,
worthwhile
it's gonna be
enough?
awesome.
You guys might want to
That
see me
whole
get
thing
the
with
earlier
a
version.
DSP and a
Much like how
controller,
I just did with Starfield.
He,
Pay a little
he
extra.
basically
you
his
get the
problem
earlier
with Mortal
version.
Kombat,
The
it
other
doesn't play
question
like
is,
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat
you're-
actually got
You
to
have
put
a
in
scratch
work.
in your ear here. You
Put
gotta
in
be
some
careful.
work.
You're absolutely
to get
right.
some good combos in.
And
With Street
he's always
Fighter, you
been-
can just do the
The
whole
other thing
jab,
is,
jab,
I
jab
don't know
bullshit.
if Mortal Kombat
And he's always been
actually
terrible at
offers
these
an
like
upgrade.
tag in,
I
like when
pre-ordered
there's
the
more than
standard
one
edition.
person in your team.
Can I
Tag
upgrade
matches
to
like
the premium
Marvel vs.
edition
Capcom
so I can get
2
it
or
early?
King of
Or
Fighters
any of that?
from last
Tag-
year. Oh my
yeah,
god.
Tekken, Cross Tag, yeah, all that
That's
shit.
why
He's been
he's
terrible at
anime
those
fighters.
ones.
I can't upgrade them
Because he,
That's
yeah,
why
because he
he's
can't
not
figure
making
out
edition
the
is not
tag-in
in
system. He
consideration.
can't
You know, so I
handle
guess that's
that.
the real question here is what are the options? I don't know because I haven't.
That's why I
Lag-
always like Street Fighter better.
Lag
Could
and
you
lag
buy the
combined
game?
together
Well, never
makes
mind.
ultra lag.
Thank you for
I don't
showing
know
us
the options,
Jasper.
I haven't looked into it
I mean,
detailed.
the thing is though, like,
Um,
he literally just wants to get the
but
deluxe
obviously,
edition
like, you know,
to
man,
play
my
the
controller's not here. I was
story
gonna say my controller's here. We could look at
5
it right
days
now.
early. That's it.
Which
wonder-
makes
Yeah,
no
you
sense.
He's not even gonna
You
play
can't upgrade, you
multiplayer
gotta
because
pay
he's
full
like,
price.
I'm not.
I mean, if that's the
You know,
case,
I
fuck
don't
it.
like
I'm waiting till
that.
the 19th.
You know, you,
You know
can
what I
pre
mean?
or like buy the deluxe
seriously.
edition and get
But
early access to a
If you
fighting
upgrade, then
game
it's a consideration.
because that gives an
So if anyone
unfair
wants to look into
advantage.
that,
But
let me
why
know.
are you okay
But yeah,
with
that would suck if there's no upgrade. I mean,
characters
that's
and battle
idiotic.
passes?
I mean, what would I do?
And
How do
wasting
you
hundreds of
cancel the pre-order
dollars.
on PlayStation?
Exactly.
Well,
Play game
what we
4
all
days early?
have
5
to
days early?
what we all have to remember is nothing he says is ever
Right?
consistent.
Because that's the thing.
So
Like, if all I care about is the narrative,
doesn't matter.
right? Then
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
like
if
I
I'm
brought it
going
up
to
in
get
the
it early,
Discord
just play through
earlier.
the story, play through
Like
whatever the
his
single-player
whole
mode is, or
rant
try it
about.
out, and then
Oh yeah,
do
you
a
know
little bit
the people
online,
getting
you
into
know.
master with 25% win
Tyler
loss
says maybe you
ratio
can
are
buy
all
add-ons
Ken.
when the game actually comes out.
But
that's a lie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Ken
that's
is
lie.
like Ken is so
I'm definitely
broken
not buying
apparently
it
that
twice.
even
I mean, that'd
Jade
be
could make it
idiotic.
into
Why
Master
would I
with
need
them.
2 licenses for the same game on
Lie.
the same console?
Wouldn't
No,
Right?
Jade might
Wouldn't-
never. No, hold on. Jade is bad enough. She
I
might
don't
never
know.
win, or he might never win a game of Street Fighter.
That's really dumb.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, fair enough. But
maybe
wouldn't
we
that
have
mean
Mortal Kombat
that
1 a
Kens
little
in general
earlier
have
and add it in as cool
the
story and
highest
everything?
win rate
'Cause I'll be
when it
honest
comes
with
to
you.
this
I don't
Street
agree
Fighter
with
6
early
roster?
access to a fighting game. I just don't.
It
I think it's
actually boils
incredibly
down to
stupid
skill. Could I
because-
believe?
I don't know. I'm
Justin
not a
Wong-
Street Fighter
Early
stats
access
guy,
people who paid
so I
it.
wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
I think
Fighting game
Justin
players,
Wong
so
got
I
the
know.
master with.
5 days early access
Yeah,
to
Justin
Starfield,
Wong
who
got the
cares? It's a
masters
single
with
player
every character on the
narrative.
roster.
It doesn't
Yeah,
affect
I mean,
you.
I know that. I'm
Five days
just
early
fo-
access to a
I'm following
competitive fighting
Phil's
game is
logic here.
incredibly fucking stupid. It's just
Phil's
Wait,
logic
did
is
it-
that not no
Well,
one
but
can
that's
beat Ken.
but that's a mistake, Astro, to follow Phil's logic.
You
ever,
can never follow
ever.
Phil's logic, but
It'll destroy your brain
at the same time.
You know the story.
Yes.
Wait, Phil's
It's
taking.
the story.
It's funny
Phil's
to point
taking
out the
the-
contradictions.
Other people will already have
Right.
covered it. And
So
therefore,
Phil's
probably
taking
I'm
off the
shooting
day
myself in the
MK1
foot, and I'm
is
not gonna get as
released?
much attention on my
Yes, he
demo
said he's
playthrough
taking the day off.
if
Well,
Oh my
I
God.
don't play it on
He
the
did the same
that-
thing for
but I already
Starfield.
bought the game
that
So-
the early releases.
to play the beta.
Alright,
and now
so
I'm
Yeah,
there's
so yeah,
So
he's
what's
still
the
taking
point
the
of
day off.
upgrading then? Yeah, even if he's upgrading, then what's the point? He's not going to get
Because
those
he
day one
likes to
views.
spend.
Well,
He likes,
there's-
and it
there's
gave
a lot going on here.
him something to, and it gave him something to
Justifying,
complain
right.
about on his stream for 2 whole days.
You know
So
how
And
rare it
it's
is for me to buy the ultimate editions instead of
so I
just
could
the
get the
standard
other version.
edition? So, like, I almost
mean-
never do that. It's a game I know I'm gonna like.
Oh
It also
my
gives him
God.
something to beg about.
I
Because
am
you gotta
I'm a big sucker
frustrating.
for soundtracks.
Very
So if
frustrating.
something
Why can't you
includes a
just do it on the
soundtrack, I
console? Oh,
usually
that's too
buy it.
easy.
I did get to
I
see
know-
Star's soundtrack. I got the
Exactly. You will be on hold
Kickstarter
for an hour.
backer.
You know you will be. You know. It was
Ah,
I wonder if
Kickstarter
anybody
backer. Look
else-
at
What the fuck
you.
is the number to call?
Oh yeah, because I was on
Right.
top of it before anyone else.
You don't call Sony. There's
It's a
an
good
online
game though.
bot
I
you can
highly
talk to.
recommend
Oh,
seeing
really?
Star. It's amazing.
I wonder if anybody else realizes that one of the reasons he hates Ken is because his rival, his eternal rival that he doesn't like to talk about, Maximilian Dude, got the Masters with Ken in 20 minutes.
Right,
Arguably,
exactly.
If you do that, it'll conflict with the release
Nah,
of
I mean,
Rise
Max
of the
is
Game
his
Pass.
nemesis.
Rise of P is a Game Pass game.
People
I'm
seem
playing
to
when it goes on
forget
Game
in
Pass,
his
period.
DSP
I'm
lore
definitely not
that
paying
the
any
main
extra for
reason
Rise of P.
DSP is
So whenever
why
Rise of P
he is
comes
what
out,
he
I'm getting
is,
it
because he
on Game
tried
Pass.
to be like
But it's
Maximilian
not the
Dude and
14th, and It's
failed.
not the 19th, so neither day.
Like DSP is literally the
if it is
bizarro
17th, it
Maximilian
wouldn't conflict
Dude.
with
That's
either.
that's the main reason why this man is a complete moron.
So how would I go about getting this
Yeah.
I mean,
refund?
I
He
will
is.
say that across the
'Cause
high
I'm
tiers,
seriously
Ken
considering
has
getting
been
the upgraded
consistently
edition
the
early.
most
How do I
played
get the
and
refund?
most
Without
used
calling
character.
and sitting on hold for a fucking
And
hour,
they
I don't have
do
because
tend
time
to
you
do that.
can.
spank him. They do tend to spank him in ways.
Worst
that
Jagos is
no
you can talk
other
to an
character
online
can.
bot, it transfers you to a
I
person
mean,
via chat will cancel your
there's
pre-order.
so
I did it
much
with
going
Spider-Man
on
2.
on why he
How do I do
dislikes
it? I'll
the
do it right
character
now.
of Ken.
I'll do it live during the podcast. Seriously, I will.
Ken,
Let's
Is
do
it
it.
Don't you
Ken
love
Fetch?
live
We got
customer
an
service
hour and a half here. Let's do it.
situation?
So
Oh,
what
it's
is
the
it,
best. It makes for
PlayStation.com?
great
Let's do
streams,
it right
guys.
now.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
wait, what the fuck is
Guys,
Yeah,
he's
the thing was
trying
as
to
well,
get
like,
his
I gotta
customer
log
service
in.
order done. Asshole.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it live.
At some point as well, he
When we
talked
log into
about how the
PlayStation.com.
bot was bugging out and that it wasn't doing its job. But it's like, dude, you're on 2 different browsers on the same account trying to open the
Yep.
same ticket,
Yep.
and you're surprised that
Okay.
there's some issues
Also-
with this.
Also, online chat is a privilege in customer
go.
service, and
Yes, it is.
they can take it away from you. Phone
Okay.
is always the primary in customer
And
service.
that's what I was
Chat
gonna
is a
say.
privilege.
It's like this just shows how much he doesn't like
live.
talking
You
on the
gotta tell me.
phone.
Do I click
Like you
support?
saw with
Support?
Keemstar, you saw it when like he didn't even go on the
Support.
phone to talk when he was trying to sell his damn old condo in Connecticut. He refused to talk to
Yeah.
the realtor on the phone. And like he
PS
could have
Store
easily
and
just called
refunds.
Sony
I
support
see that.
on the phone
Or I
and
go
gotten a
on
hold.
online
Like he
assistant.
would have had to
Hold on,
wait a
let me see
while,
what you
but he
guys are
still
saying.
could have talked to someone that day.
So I'm
So
logged
he
in.
But
wanted to
also,
do it
the
on the
worst part of it is
second
he did it on
But
stream.
there's also an online assistant
So-
button. Do I just click the online
Also,
assistant
I
button and
think
talk
he,
to that?
I
How
think
do
he
I do
hypes.
this? What's
He
the
just sort of
process?
amps
Let's
himself
do it
up over
live.
this because anytime he
You know
says
it's
I
gonna be
have to try to
sitting there
call
for hours
somebody,
waiting to
I'm
talk
on
to
the
this
phone
fucking
for
bot.
at
So
least
let's get it
2
going
or
so we can
3
do it during the
hours. You're
podcast.
just waiting. You're just waiting. Sometimes you can can get bad. But I would say 9 times out of 10, if I'm calling customer service about something to anybody, I'm usually on the phone with somebody within 10 minutes.
Yeah, that or they'll have
He likes
like,
to look busy. He likes
do
to
you want
look
to
busy.
hold
That's
your
what
spot
all
in
this
queue
is.
and we'll call you back.
I do.
So you
That's
just
what I do
like,
most
yeah,
of the
I wanna
time.
call
It's like
back
it's gonna
for-
be 40 minutes. Do you want to call back? Like, yeah, call me
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
You're
And
done.
that's like the greatest invention ever, in my opinion. Because Oh yeah, just call me back so I'm not staying on the phone forever. Exactly.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
A bot is on
It's
the
gonna
way.
be 40
That's
minutes. You want
hilarious.
to call
It's
back?
just a
Yeah.
bot is on the way.
Greatest invention ever, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
It's not
just
that
call-
hard. Oh no, Scorpion Waifu, you're rebroadcasting, dude. I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you for a second.
Wow.
I'll unmute you, Scorpion,
So
in like
refund eligibility.
in like a
Let's
couple
say if you're
seconds.
eligible
But
for a
get your
refund. Are you
shit
owner of
straightened
the
out,
account?
please. Thank you.
Are you the owner of the account or PlayStation Network that was charged? Yes, I am.
How is this good
Let's
content?
see.
How is him doing this
Cancel
good
a pre-order.
content?
I can't believe he's
But
doing this
Sony
on
has,
his
like,
podcast. Like, does he not?
Has the
He
game
doesn't know what a
already been released? No,
podcast
it
even
has
is.
not.
Doesn't
You don't think Joe
Sony had this
Rogan
thing
Podcast
where-
material.
does customer service stuff on his podcast?
I know. I don't think he does actually.
You don't think Jamie does?
Okay.
The
But
look up
doesn't
dude?
Sony had this thing
Doesn't-
where if you actually play the game you brought, you can't
Sounds
refund
good.
after a certain amount of hours?
That's what I
It's
thought.
working.
They do
Unless-
make exceptions
if
for
you
certain
download and
games, though,
play it.
depending on what it
Oh
is.
God, I think it's.
Because I tried
it was-
returning a game but I did play it though, and they
It's-
wouldn't return it because I
that's
played
correct.
it.
Yeah, it's
They
still a
want my PlayStation
pre-order though,
ID, and I think that's it.
so
Like
Yeah,
the
because the
game
game
is-
hasn't fully released yet.
We're
That might be
yeah,
experiencing
why.
high
all
wait
he played was the
time
beta.
for support
Like, and,
Right.
and you should have the
Try
right to
again
decide after
later.
beta.
And
I
mine
don't
didn't
want
have a
this product.
beta. Mine was
What
just
the
a release. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Please
Yeah, that
try
makes
again later.
Wow.
It was so
Even
funny
though
watching
during
him
the
getting
correct
just
times you're supposed to do
in
this.
Street Fighter, and then like
So
a
they're
kid,
kicking
he
me
would be
out, saying,
like,
"No, we won't
"Oh,
help
well, this
you."
guy sucks. Well,
You know?
you just got your ass kicked, bro."
So,
Yeah, exactly.
In a circle.
You
You
know what I'm
actually
saying? Like,
lost,
that's something a
by the
fucking
way.
5-year-old would
Also,
do.
they'll just kick me off the phone line.
Shout out to
Yeah.
nephew. And
He's literally.
This is a huge joke.
What was it?
You know
Hey guys
what I'm
and
Hey,
nephew.
guys. He's literally like, I'm
I'm going through the
beating
whole process again.
the victim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
By the way,
an
it's a
old
random
movie reference. I don't know if
Tuesday.
anybody-
At
I don't
11:20.
know.
Also, he thinks it's a big deal that like he got the try again later message in customer service. Like, fuck off. Like, just try again.
They're
The thing is, like,
higher than
he's like, it's a
expected volume, so
random
they're-
Tuesday.
Try again
No,
later.
it's not.
I want you to think
It's
about
the
that.
day
Yeah.
after
We're
Labor Day.
experiencing high wait times for support agents.
Which
In
is no lie because I worked in customer service for years. That is the busiest customer service day of the year
Yes, it
in
is.
anything.
Wait, is it?
Not after Christmas.
Yes, it is.
I've done like 20
No,
years in customer
st-
service.
st-
It is.
statistically,
Labor Day?
for call centers, the day after Labor Day is the busiest day of the year. I don't know
It's so
why,
weird.
but it's always the day after Labor Day, even more so than Christmas or anything like that.
effectively
And
assistant
the
try
thing is as
again
well,
later.
like he's doing it like around like what
Well,
1
that's
1
effective
p.m.
customer
his time.
support.
Which is
like,
yeah, which is
Really,
also
like
busy.
We're not going to give it to you because we're busy.
Yeah, most people that
Yeah, but
actually have a
even
job,
on the-
you know, if they can't
Hey,
contact
Sony, fuck
customer
you.
support after
Really,
work,
fuck
they'll
you.
do it during the lunch
That's
break.
insanely bad customer
Right.
support.
No,
Mhm.
but keep in mind he's on the
Fucking
West
ass.
Coast completely, so it's 4
Yeah, well,
p.m.
Multi-billion-dollar company.
Eastern, which
Oh,
is
we
most
can
of the
only hire
United
2
States.
support
So
agents. So because we're busy,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
refund for you.
Yeah, I don't
right?
know much about U.S. time zones and
Look,
shit.
Fuck
I
off.
just know that
Can
they're
I ask,
Tuesdays in the
can
morning.
I ask
They're all
something?
fucked
That's
up.
my go.
Do y'all think he still enjoys it?
I don't think he enjoys anything at all.
I
Enjoys
mean,
what?
the
Ever.
dude looks so miserable. Like, I think he would be happy if somebody, you know.
Minecraft.
Explain, please,
yeah, I'm gonna need you to go in depth
You know
with
what
that,
I'm
bro.
saying?
or don't. I don't know. I don't know if I want to know.
Hey, it's your channel.
No, I'm
do you need the
I'm
answers?
just
Yes or
saying,
no?
like, you know, well, the way he e-begs like a trick, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he enjoys the scam. This is
So
yes.
what are you saying?
He enjoys.
enjoy his job or enjoy scamming people? I guess I don't know the context.
He
of what you
gets
I don't know,
he
it's like, well,
he
he
gets
looks like a
he
miserable
gets a
person, you know
dopamine
what I'm
hit.
saying?
He gets a dopamine hit every time he gets money. That's what he enjoys.
He's addicted
So-
to begging, honestly.
Let me get this straight.
Enormous, profitable
He
companies
gets paid
don't give 2 fucks
For
about
the
their
views on his channel, though, right?
No, the
Barely.
No, he
engagement
Barely.
of
Ads.
How did
Of the
that not
videos.
work out?
Views don't pay particularly well, especially not for him because he's not considered ad friendly. So
He used to.
Okay.
he doesn't get a ton
I can
of
see that.
he doesn't get a ton of ad revenue. But he is lying when he says he gets quote unquote no ad revenue. That's just not true because he has he has like 160,000 videos or something. So even the trickle of 160,000 videos is paying him something, and it's a good amount per month. But per view, he doesn't make hardly anything.
But he begs like one of those people that is just flat broke, or they owe somebody some money.
I mean,
Right, because he has a spending problem. That's the thing.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
Like I always thought, like Phil has hidden money. He's actually rich and he's just begging because he wants more. That's what I used to think when I first got
those leaks confirmed that. Well, not confirmed, but the leaks.
True?
No.
And
his bank leaks proved otherwise.
The thing is, he spends what he has. That's his problem. He spends
instantly goes to his bank account, and it goes
everything.
Yeah,
so this old boy like begs for tips, the tips go to his addiction, right?
Yeah. WWE champion.
I think that the tips are one of his addictions. Yes.
Well, I mean,
I'm not trying to fan on the old boy, but I'm just saying, like, everybody's got a problem. Everybody's got their own thing that they do that they don't want nobody else to know about. You know what I'm saying?
September 14th.
In DSP's case, he has like 10 things. So.
But in his case, he begs and bullies and belittles people to feed his habits.
Yeah, and
that's where the problem
is. I can't
is.
imagine just being vitriol like that. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just from being alone, streaming all the time. Like he thinks that's
the thing is though, he has always been like this. There has been evidence to suggest that he's been like this since before YouTube. Yep. Some people, and this is gonna make me sound like a cynical prick, but some people in this world are just rotten, and he is one of them. Some people are just fucking born rotten. I've known him, and Phil is one of them for sure.
Yes, he is.
I think even earlier
I seen a 15-year-old video of him on YouTube, or somebody was like, it was on a Street Fighter tournament or something like that, and this dude just runs into the ringer talking shit about him, like that dude, you know what I mean?
How about that?
So he must like that.
Let's do it. So,
the thing is,
where am I playing? You still haven't told me.
The thing is, though, no one should ever feel bad about him getting shit talked in the FGC community because he was a troll first in the FGC community. He fucking asked for it. So don't anybody ever feel bad about anybody that ever stepped to him in the FGC community, because he was a fucking heel and he wanted that. So he literally asked for it.
He loved the attention he got from trolling.
Hey Phil, try again.
He called out the wrong people too.
If I get the refund, then I will get the better edition.
Lord Thunder.
Play it early. Then we'll start the story on
Lord
the 14th
Thunder.
of
Thunder.
September. I would be willing to do
Thunder,
that.
you still here?
If you're interested, I know some people are interested.
He's on the
They
call.
want to see me play through story mode.
Thunder knows. Thunder has seen him in person.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out.
Being a Street Fighter.
We've seen him. Okay, yeah. So when we've seen him in the money matches.
They don't do it disputed. I don't put stuff on credit cards.
He's not confrontational. He's very calm. He just sort of slinks away. He slinks away like a bitch and everything. And it would seem like, and how was he in Victory? Would he call them people trash and fucking idiots and like flex on them? What would he do in real life?
It depends. When he was around when he was around certain style individuals who would frequently attend events in groups, he would be very quiet and just slip away.
Can you describe the certain style individuals? I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. I just need some clarification.
Basketball Americans, maybe?
Yeah, something that Almighty Tevin called a basketball American, right?
Okay, that's what you meant. Okay, that's what I thought.
So something you have to realize is a lot of FGC events, particularly back then,
it glitched.
They were backed by money.
No, they were very grassroots and
they were actually grassroots.
Oh, okay, I'm just saying. I just thought maybe some like organized people got involved with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of
later
the organization of people getting involved. That's So
wow, it's totally not loading properly. I gotta
you would
try to
have a
reload the whole
lot
browser
of
now.
diversity there.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
It was
And
literally.
he stood out probably.
No.
As an asshole,
Really?
maybe.
He stood out because he would get clowned on because people thought he wasn't going to make it on YouTube. I do remember that.
Start chatting.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who was it? Jaha. Jaha had that amazing roast where Phil said, "What about my 50,000 subscribers?" And then he was like,
Wow,
"Good, you got 50,000 fucking idiots."
No, that
And
was
it like,
Mike. Was that?
Oh, that was Mike
what was
Watson.
that? One of them was like, "Yeah, 50,000 fucking idiots. Good for you."
Yeah, 50,000
Hey there,
fucking watch him. Wow.
so soon, it seems chat has not been of help to you.
I mean,
and you know what? You know what? Phil calls his fans idiots routinely these days. So that's par for the course.
Is that the
Diglo
detractors?
confirms
Is that
that was Mike. So Mike did it.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah, that's the one I remember seeing him.
I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
There's also a really good Densey Scrolls episode where
it's forcing you to try to come back later.
I actually managed to cross-reference it. There are forum posts from the "Where am I playing? You still haven't told me" tournament.
You scumbag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
what do you mean? Like there was a tournament and they didn't invite him?
No. There's this famous video where there's a tournament being played.
Let me see if I can find it.
Well,
Phil
all
is
right.
filming it.
Phil is.
Let me turn my thing down where I can turn YouTube back on. Hold on.
I'm gonna search the clip.
Yeah. By the way, Scorpion.
Did he make the right connections when he was in his heyday at YouTube? I mean, did he fuck that up too?
No.
He didn't have to make. Well, he was on top very much. He was the guy
from
that
luck of being there, basically.
Yeah.
It's not like he did anything to earn it.
He got in on the ground floor. He got in at a time
Right, seen the avenue and took advantage of the situation. Yeah.
Correct. And then
he never made any contacts. He never made any friends. He never did any collabs or anything like that.
He thought his YouTube money was just going to come in forever. So it's like, what the fuck do I need to do anything else? So.
Oh yeah, I mean, why else would you?
And even Machinima tried to like push him into doing something else too. Machinima tried to like get him into commenting and fighting game stuff.
My point is, Scorpio, is that like. This makes me sound like a terrible person, but nobody should ever feel bad for DSP. Like, ever.
I don't. I mean, I don't, but I don't know. I just ain't never been the one to talk shit about other people. You know what I'm saying?
Not
like I get it, bro.
That's a good thing. That is a really good thing. Like,
and I think DSP preys on the basic human decency of people like you who don't know enough about him. So he preys on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's some homework. Like, if you watch the Densey Scrolls, a lot of things that Phil did wrong, he would go to these forums that don't exist no more, and he would talk shit about other fighting game players or other people in general. Then these people would see him in public, and he would turn into a complete bitch. That's why a lot of people stop liking him too.
He's a bully, but he's a bully who can't back it up, which is the worst kind of bully.
Think about it this way:
He'll run his mouth, but
a bot is on the way.
He has created an echo chamber here where he'll talk all this shit, and then he will not leave said echo chamber.
So now we're gonna time you out and not let you use the fucking support bot.
He never allows opposing viewpoints to come in because this is the United States of Phil, and what he says goes.
Wow, my laptop's
all right, see you, Have a good one.
He'll ban you and then talk shit about you after he bans you. So you can't talk shit back to him, or he won't hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then on the stream he'll be like, "Yeah, what's your response now, huh?" It's like, well, there obviously can be no response
nothing
because
I can't talk back.
So you know what? We're gonna you know what? I wasn't gonna show this clip, but I think I have to now. Let me. It's the depression one, the recent depression one.
Oh no! Oh god! Why?
I didn't want to, but it's a very good quick educator for who DSP is.
Okay.
And I think Duty was the only one that had it. I think, right?
Like
I've seen some of his stuff too.
No, wait, didn't Decepticon put up a?
Oh, you know what? You know what?
We'll go
to because Decepticon does a really good job telling why it matters. So Decepticon, we're stealing your content again, buddy. Sorry.
It goes
use
back
my
to,
real
to
name
the
for my
entire
my YouTube thing. Like, I mean, I don't care. I'll use my real name. You know what I'm saying? But I wish I would have never put it. It was like Google accounts or whatever. So.
My real name has already accidentally been on stream, so I'm right there with you. So don't worry about it. I doxed myself last week. By the way, big ups Decepticon. I'm gonna share the link to this video in the chat because you all should give it a view. It's Decepticon doing his thing, breaking it down in like a very like mini documentary style. And I hope he does more of these.
I'm going to be on with him tomorrow, actually, for the React.
Hey, you got Reacts? Big up, Stray Fox.
And I
Have
think
fun
Len
with
might
that.
be with us too. I think actually. Might be
You
me,
and Len?
Decepticon, I think.
I gotta get Len to
do like link up with other people that are doing what they're doing, and like I don't know. It seems like if other folks, because people can get pushed out on an island and be out there all by themselves.
Well, the thing about DSP is he put himself on that island in many ways. He thought he was above it all. All right, so here's Decepticon doing his thing. You know what? Let me turn the music off. Here we go.
And sometimes it's about reaching out too, because not everyone's gonna know that you want to do collab. You're gonna have to just reach out, like, hey, can we do something?
You gotta put the work in.
Yeah, I mean,
like I'm constantly reaching out to people who I think might want to be on here, and sometimes they're like, no, it's not really my thing. It's cool, dude. But sometimes they're like, hell yeah, like get on.
Yeah, I pestered Logan until he like put me on.
Well, no, Stray Fox. I wanted to give you your own thing. I wanted to give you like your own like segment basically, because the roast gets too chaotic sometimes.
No, it was fun.
This
We
is
talked
just
about
fucking chaos.
Yeah, we talked about.
We did Ratchet and Clank, and we talked about Gamer J Lee. That was fun.
Ratchet and Clank is fun.
I remember when I started this particular roast thing. Lefty's like, "Are you sure you want to just have people come on and spur?" Like, why not?
Dude, he Honda. He could do so much better with him if he would just use those like low chops or some kind of like headbutt shit. You feel me?
There's a post.
Bread and butter.
Pretty much. Headbutts is pretty much all he fucking does.
Yeah.
Oh no, here it is. Here it is. This is.
And then Blanca, he does that shock move a lot. Like that used to be the one you go to. I'll shut up.
Phil someone who says that they're suffering from depression, that hey, at least they're not playing Honda and Street Fighter. Okay, it's hilarious because this moronic idiot.
I got it muted on the other thing so it don't
out of context
reconnect or whatever.
Acting as if it's something that's real. Okay. What happened was there was someone on stream last night who said that they were feeling depressed.
You recorded it.
In the chat. It's a blatant attempt to derail the stream. You're not going to come to a Street Fighter 6 ranking stream to get advice on depression.
Like, he's wrong about that,
a lot of people aren't
talking.
One thing people aren't talking about this particular clip, I haven't heard many people say it. He's accusing this person that added him in the chat about depression of being a troll. You guys realize that, right? When he's saying this is a blatant attempt, this is how much of a fucking scumbag he is, and this is why I always tell people to never feel bad for him.
So no one else can be depressed. That's bullshit. Why would someone come to my chat and say I'm depressed? They're depressed.
To try to distract me.
It's the exact same thing as what happened back in the day with Warlock Leader.
Fucking morons will take a clip out of context and say,
who was the
you just want to be the king of suffering, don't you?
What a horrible person. This is his take on depression. Hey, stupid. I have depression. You dumb fuck.
No, you don't.
There it is. That's why he's a piece of shit. Hey, stupid. I have depression. That is exactly why he is an irredeemable piece of shit, and no one should ever feel bad for him. Ever.
Yeah, I mean,
ever.
He thinks momentarily feeling bad by outside factors is depression. That's not what depression is, Bill.
And I mean,
depression
Just
is
feeling bad for no goddamn reason and wanting to like.
depression is feeling bad for no goddamn reason. It's never wanting to do anything. It's never
feeling
wanting
bad
to
for
get
no
out of bed
reason.
and not being able to, like
Exactly.
someone told me that depression is never wanting to get out of bed and not being able to describe why. And I was like, yep, that's it.
Exactly.
So
I know what it feels
that is.
But if you're
really
feeling
severe
upset or
depression.
bad because of outside forces, that's not depression. That's just feeling sad.
You know what's the
I didn't
bad
give the guy
part?
any advice. I made a joke about
Feels
Street Fighter
that way
6.
is like people
You're a
and you're like
fucking idiot.
they don't understand,
You
but then they do.
stupid
You know
loser
what I'm
who
saying?
thinks
Like
you know anything about
some
anything
folks
in
don't
real
understand how
fucking
you
life.
feel, but
You
then
know
the people that
nothing.
love you
You're the
will
epitome of a
let
waste
you know
of
like
life to try
what's
to
wrong.
take an
You know what I'm saying?
out of text context clip and say that I said something
yeah,
bad about
I mean
depression
that's
when I fucking have
there's
it.
some truth to that. Lefty also brings up a good point.
Go fuck yourself.
He's essentially telling a depressed person to kill themselves because he says something a little later that if all my trolls went away, if they all disappeared, the world would be a better place. What does disappear mean, Phil? What does that mean?
He locally implies that a lot.
That's the truth of the matter.
Yes.
So go make as many.
I mean,
clips as
he
you
literally
fucking
calls
want with your loser
duty.
circle.
He literally calls duty a waste of life, or the epitome of a waste of life.
DSP has addressed mental illness.
Here we go.
That's not good.
In 2010,
Decepticon's doing his thing.
After being
That they've
demonetized
not
from YouTube.
contributed
His career
to
on
anyone.
would be short-lived due to his anti-Semitic comments.
Here's another thing about Phil too. Like if you talk about somebody that you know that passed away, no matter how they passed away, he'll always bring up that guy T that he barely knew that got shot. He always likes to bring that up, like, oh, that was my friend. He's not here
Well,
no
I
more.
think that's part of like autism a little bit because it's like it's him trying to relate to the scenario a little bit. So I think that might just be part of the
But he
autism.
barely knew the dude. He barely knew the guy. But he claims, oh, that was my friend, and he got shot for no reason.
No, exactly. Well, yeah, that part isn't. But like, by relating it.
I'd like to point out the fact that Phil is calling us mentally ill, us trolls. Calling people mentally ill is in and of itself a sign of mental illness. Generally speaking, if you're gonna just say this person's mentally ill, that person's mentally ill, this is mental illness right here.
But you're doing that right now.
Does Phil have a drug addict? I mean, does he like to get high?
No, he likes getting drunk.
He needs to. He needs to.
I mean, it might help him.
I mean, might need CBD oil or something, because we know he doesn't like smoking, right? He's not a big smoking person. Maybe if he got some edibles or some CBD or something.
The fact
Maybe.
also
Yeah,
this
Mike,
guy
not his-
2.5-hour montage
I'm
shows that
firmly
number one,
on
he
team
obviously
no
didn't enjoy
autism.
the playthrough, so why he watched the entire Metal
I
Gear
think
Solid
he's on the spectrum in some
Uh,
way. I think he
don't know.
might
He
be
is on the
honest.
spectrum. He is.
Because I've
Upload these videos illegally.
I've seen him
I
do
mean,
some
I
stuff that makes
probably
sense
am
as
too.
other
You feel me?
A 2.5-hour
All right,
montage.
see you, Sadie. Have a good one.
Like,
Sadie.
in their
Like-
right mind would ever
Like I
do
was
that.
talking
I'm being
to,
serious here. Like, if you're
I was
mentally
talking to,
stable, who would
well,
force themselves
like,
to watch
she got the
an
shout out
8+
earlier,
hour
Nash.
playthrough of
I mean,
something
what-
you don't like,
she does
then
have
download
Asperger's,
all the
and
videos
at first she
from
was
a
like,
2.5
yeah,
Just
you know,
think they're just like a little
montage.
different.
Who would do this?
there's
I mean,
so
like,
much
you
shit
have
that
to
Phil
be
and I
mentally
have
ill,
in
and
common
I'm
when it
being
comes to,
serious. This person, if you're watching
like
this,
social
you
shit.
need help. You need to go check yourself in.
But at the
Seriously,
same time,
you need to have
it's-
the white coats
it's-
come get you.
with Phil,
because
it's
you
probably
have
not
something
autism,
wrong
it's
with
just
you.
being
A normal
sheltered.
person would not fucking
It's
do
not
that.
Right.
knowing better.
Autism is too simple of an explanation.
It
Oh,
is.
no, it's not just one
There's-
thing. It's like
there's
multiple
two- yeah,
things.
Well,
stacked on top of each other with him.
there's too much wrong with him with the
Yeah.
way he behaves for it to just be autism. Because
No.
I know people who are very severe on the spectrum who are more functional than he is.
Yep.
You know?
You are mentally
Mm-hmm.
unstable and mentally ill. Okay.
You know
Like
what
he needs a
happened with Phil
team of
growing up?
psychiatrists surrounding him and studying him 24 hours a
He
He
day.
needs like 4 Steve of the Dead.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Like you know what Phil's problem is? His mom sheltered him too much growing up. Like he probably didn't stop breastfeeding until he was like 5 years old.
A shill.
Like his mom.
Well,
did
she
this to him.
she combed his hair. She combed his hair until he was in high school. You know that.
I know that
Yeah,
putting
it's,
that out on Twitter is
I don't
going
know,
to
man.
cause
Phil
trouble.
is like
I know that
a
logically
weird
in
creature.
his head.
Simple as not.
I know.
He needs to be
That's
studied.
stupid.
Like, they need to donate his brain to science or something.
Darkseid to Flow in the chat posits a pretty good one. It's an autism narcissism cocktail. That's
along with alcoholism, maybe too.
I will go with that.
And alcoholism.
Go with that.
Yeah.
Again, I'm gonna stick with the whole he doesn't have autism. It's
pulling me out of a positive.
That it seems like autism because of everything else.
It's I think it's more likely just like global arrested development. Like he just stopped learning at a certain point.
Disregarding the sensitivity.
Because like I know I'm on the spectrum, and sometimes like when someone's talking, I'll be like you'll bring up something similar that happened to you to like make it more relatable to you or make it more relatable to other people. It's like, yeah, I understand what you're feeling because this happened to me or something like that, and I see him do that.
At that point in my relationship, it was like around mid 2016. Things were not going
I did
well.
that as well, and I'm not on the spectrum.
So I was depressed. I'll be honest. I've told you guys before publicly about my depression, that I suffered from depression. I
Trying
was depressed,
to relate to something
and it was a time when there was no
is not really an
to speak of
autism thing.
whatsoever. And
Well, no, I'm just saying,
I was
yeah.
an idiot.
And I'm like, he has zero empathy. Like, he doesn't understand
Zero.
other people.
Yeah.
Like, absolute zero empathy.
Not to say that there's anything.
And the only reason why
It's like it's like how when his dad told him, like, you know, we still have toys in the attic from when you were young, and he was like, why would I want any of those? Like,
I know,
he
right?
didn't
It's like
understand that like
nostalgia
those
or
might have
anything
been
like
significant.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I still had my teddy bear from when I was a baby or a kid, you know? It's like,
was I doing it?
it holds some kind of nostalgia or good feeling.
Yeah, everybody has things from when they're like a tiny kid. Everybody keeps like a couple things.
Exactly. Or when he showed him his the fish he caught. He's like, that's nice. What the fuck you want I gotta do with a picture of a fish, Dad? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it is kind of funny though that you're talking to your dad about a stolen tire, and all your dad does is just send the fish.
It's like, that's nice, son. See the fish I caught today.
I mean, it is a little funny though. I will.
Remember the story he told about him crashing the car allegedly, and his mom said, "I told you to stay off the highway." That bullshit.
Yeah.
That was real telling right there, because apparently his mom was still babying him, and he was rebelling, and it didn't go the way he wanted.
Does anyone remember? Sorry, does anyone remember like him telling a story where it's like he was up in the attic playing with his toys and he had to be supervised up there or something like that?
Yeah, there was something like that.
Dude,
Where
that's
like
not
his
a
dad had
normal
to watch
thing.
him.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, why does he have to be and in the attic? Like, what?
I give him his time
There's
to
some
shine.
weird shit going on with this
Everyone's
man.
ignoring him.
Like, yeah,
Something odd.
And I use man loosely. I
Visible Dimwit says his social skill is still on level 1. Yeah, exactly.
With his old lady and the tire and the car, and they took the lug nuts and all that. You know what I'm talking about?
That was a scam.
I mean, that one is still. And there you go. There's so many things about it where it's like it could be real.
He
it
makes
could not be real.
stuff to get more money on his stream.
Oh yes, that has been proven. He had Jasper for a long time before they revealed Jasper the cat, right? Like, we know that.
Right.
He even said when he revealed Jasper, Jasper's been a part of our family for a while. Like, during the reveal, that's what he said. So.
Not just about you. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
he was.
Okay.
And the stupidest thing was he bought lug nuts and they didn't fit or whatever, so he didn't return them. He just like, what?
He kept them.
Because
And I'm listening to the story, and I'm like, okay, Phil, what the fuck?
All right, so
I mean,
anyway, guys,
returning things like Phil said, like you said that is
came back to the chat
Namba or whatever.
Yeah, Kwamba fighting stick was busted or didn't work. I'm like, but I'm not gonna return
Oh yeah,
it.
and he goes, and he says, I don't think I'm gonna return it. It'd be too much work.
Phil, that's
Yeah.
like a $400 fighting stick, and you wouldn't fucking return it if it was broken?
I mean, he knows that he knows that
It's not broken. Yeah, exactly. He knows it's not broken.
And I mean, like I love how he says that he doesn't follow the FGC and the FGC is shit and everything like that. But he bought the exact fight stick.
I basically do a full day of content.
He bought the one fucking fight stick that was being shilled during Evo this year.
Fucked up. I was depressed as shit.
He bought
he
it,
did.
and now
Anyway, I
most
was
popular. He's
light at the
losing.
end of the tunnel. I wasn't
And-
enjoying
He's a
what I was
mark.
doing for a job
Yeah.
anymore. I was
the whole
jaded.
thing
I was
of like
just-
he begs
I hated everything
for more
around me,
money
essentially at that point.
got proven this week.
And then some late nights.
He's already begging like, oh, I'm
shit.
Yeah, his mask
thing I
was
noticed
quite a
about
bit.
This has
Yeah,
been some of the hardest begging in a very long time.
Yeah, but the thing is, well, like, he's,
and so I would actually be drinking.
He's
I
saying
think
like,
he might owe somebody
and
some
then
money.
watch our
That's
old
just my
content
opinion.
together.
I think he owes somebody some
And be
money.
depressed as fuck.
not
fall
after the
asleep
bankruptcy, I
watching.
think, unless he got some really
Playthroughs
bad
and
credit.
everything,
Nah, I mean,
Why?
somebody help
Well,
him
can I
out.
say something about that?
But
anyway.
drunk and depressed,
Sure. Go ahead,
Sorry.
Straight Fox.
So
No worries.
we're
Go
all
ahead.
arguing about how
And,
he's
here I am doing it
affording,
again
like,
in 2015.
so there's this
I
thing
started
called like
sending out texts and shit at
Affirms
night in the middle of the night
or
when I shouldn't be
Sezzle
Yeah,
or,
Affirm.
or Zip
Yep.
and all
I'm
these
drunk as fuck,
things.
I'm stupid.
And so even
I'm
if you
sending out
don't
these
have
texts, oh my
actual
God,
credit,
John, I'm
you
so
can
sorry, I
still
hope we
put
can
these
make up.
things
I
on
don't
like
know what
like
happened.
loans, and you can pay him off in installments. That's how he paid for his TV. That's arguably how he paid for his Quamba stick. He didn't pay the full amount outright, right then and there. He's putting him on these like small loan type
Like a
things.
layaway plan.
Yeah, and it's like
Right.
every 2 weeks or so you got to pay a payment towards him to pay it off. And so like I think he's getting nervous seeing the lowering tip income. He's like, well, I still gotta get my normal tips because if I wait till I get paid from YouTube, it's not gonna be enough, and I'm gonna charge him even more money if he doesn't pay off these.
That makes a lot of
It's
sense.
because he never pays off anything, even when he has the money.
Yeah,
His
well, that
attitude
too,
is
yeah.
always,
I
I'll
mean,
just pay it later.
taxes, and
So-
that's why he had so many credit cards and everything.
Yeah.
Now he's got a lot of little pictures in the background, like the mosaic-looking game art or whatever. That's not cheap, probably.
He's had
Yeah,
those
those are
forever, though.
expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, but like during Cat's on his last day off, he bought 2 light-up signs.
Sadly, as you guys know,
I thought it was
He
just the
bought
one.
he bought the game over.
He
Yeah.
bought the game
No,
over
no,
one.
No, there's
And the
another
controller.
one. There's another,
Yeah.
the one with the controller as well.
Oh, I saw that one. I know what you're talking.
Let's say I would make a Twitter post.
Yeah.
Okay?
Was Kat more popular on her channel than Phil, and then he made her stop? Is that how that went?
Oh
No.
no. Cat was basically a nobody.
Literally, it didn't matter what I posted about. I could
But
post
she was a Phil fan.
I feel bad
So
for her, kinda. I mean, she can't help with that man.
I'm having more and more trouble by the day feing bad for her. That is, if she's still there.
I mean, I do feel bad for her because keep in mind, all that we're hearing about Kat is
what the fuck
from Phil.
These people are nuts. These people are
Yeah.
just
And
Yeah.
we know that he'll throw
nuts, or
people
they're
under the
mentally ill,
bus
or
to make
they're
himself
those.
look better.
But who acts like that?
So look,
Oh yeah, he has.
It's just another tool.
Sorry.
And
Yeah, what
He
he's
has
not
used
even
his
there,
wife.
he's just
He has
imagining,
used his
like,
wife as a
made it
weapon
up.
so
Like,
much.
that type of crazy.
You
know what I mean?
And the critics are
And I mean, she
So-
must have
she
some really fucked up mental with, having gone through the fucking exorcism thing.
Yes.
And
Well, I'm sure there's
if,
some PTSD or something.
if the abuse
Oh, absolutely.
Francisco Ramos.
Oh, when she was
So
when-
long story short, her mother was in a cult. They were
Oh, God.
abusive to. They were her mother was basically a religious fanatic. Best way to describe it.
Gary's
Yeah.
mom. If you want.
And there
Give us
were
the Gary.
exorcisms attempted. It was really fucked up. So.
Okay.
Yo, Straight Fox, what did I say
So she
earlier?
comes-
What did I
Yeah.
say earlier?
Yeah, you did.
See?
What do you...
that also pointed out, by the way,
But,
that
like,
they also pointed out that
do
the
you ever see
detractors-
her like bring Phil
I thought
food or
Kat was the
anything
one
like
who was
that?
exercising.
No, never.
Camera?
Never.
Oh man.
no, it wasn't
She has not been seen.
Like,
She has not been seen since 2019, right?
the
Or
Halloween.
whenever that how
somebody hide
or was it
that
2018? No, it was October 31st, 2018.
Yeah,
is the
she's
last
been
time
missing
she
for
was
5
And
seen.
it's all Tevin's fault. Tevin and it. Even though she was
Okay,
gonna leave
well,
anyway
since-
because she had a
since-
party she was going for it.
Okay, since
party.
we're talking about that,
yeah.
we're gonna do the thing.
Bringing on.
Oh yeah,
it's up.
Sword
Yes.
Flicks.
Big ups, Misery Merchant. I'm gonna have them on in the next couple of weeks, and we're gonna talk about the honeymoon that never was. So
Oh, that'll be good.
I'm working on
Her
having
editing is
Mr.
so
and Mrs.
good.
Merch
Like
on.
this is like
Didn't he
secret
have first
limited
life?
level of editing. I want to say, like, I wish I could edit like this.
Like, where
This
can I
is,
find this whole thing about the exorcism, though?
I think there was
So
like
a lot of that stuff, I don't think a lot of that stuff has been put to videos, but it's all from the farms. It's all from Kiwi farms. It was a long time ago, but there is evidence out there. It's been verified.
Would it be on Pig Go or no?
No,
I don't think Phil would have mentioned it directly, but it's out there. It's
what is Kiwi Farms? What is this?
Oh boy, that is something that is
that's
we literally do not have time to explain what the farms is.
Never mind. I'll Google it or something.
Hold on. Big ups Distic for the super chat. We all know Phil to be a liar. But we all do. Wait, hold on. We all know to all. Phil does.
It's why we do what we do.
That's why we do what we do. Does Phil lie to Kat? And what about money, business, finding her attractive? I am assuming Phil lies about almost everything.
Yeah, she looks normal, and then she got married, and everything went downhill.
I appreciate it.
If she could fool somebody better than Phil, I mean, come on now.
Well, she could.
I will say, I have to get I have to get my biases out of the way. That Subaru man video of her with the flippy hair in the car, she was hot in that video. I will fight anybody.
I mean, I'm gonna say she's.
I sadly have to agree.
I mean,
she was hot.
She was hot in that one video.
She doesn't know how to use makeup, I think, properly. Yeah,
according to Jenna.
I mean,
she's a bit of a butterface.
Women like that, they look good. They know how to look good. You feel? They know how to look good.
They can. All right, we're gonna take a quick detour, and since we're talking about not seeing Cat, we're gonna watch this by The Misery Merchant. I just linked it in the chat. Big ups, Misery Merchant.
By the way, what I initially meant with the begging this week was not. I mean, yeah, he's been excessively begging for the last 2 weeks. But he's been saying that he needs.
Big ups, Jenna.
He's been saying that he needs to spend like $100 by the end of the week.
Where did the money
go?
Or no, he said something like, I would like to reach the tier 1 tips goal every day, is what he said.
He actually said that he needs to be able to afford the $100 deluxe edition of Mortal Kombat.
Oh, see, I missed that part.
With all the art and stuff in it, ain't it? That's like the box and the art, and they send you all the other stuff.
But like
for $100 instead of just.
He's forgetting to mention that literally earlier he got a $60 refund for the base edition.
Yes.
So
Well,
all
money doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. He only wants more, and he will spend it all. Big up Silent Weapons, Jenna, the fentanyl fatale.
Good.
This editing is incredible.
So good.
You know what I mean? Let me write your name on the whiteboard and touch my toes while I do it.
Like, where did he find this clip of Derek?
Yeah.
Like, where was this ever? I've seen a lot of Derek shit, and I've never seen this.
Me neither.
And all these clips from the Renton Police are really good too. They just like.
Well, news archive footage is everywhere. You can get it.
Yeah,
like a lot of that stuff is just. But dude, they make it. They do really good After Effects work because they touch this stuff. They touch this stuff up in a way where it looks fucking crisp, even though it's like rips of news footage. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, by the way,
footage and stuff like that.
Logan, can you just go back to the picture of the tire for a second?
Yeah, there's the tire. There we go. I must be behind y'all. I don't know.
Like to where it goes to where it's missing.
Where transitions
you see
into
jacked
missing.
up on the top. On
Yeah, like that's incredible.
I mean,
that's an incredible transition.
No,
so good.
My issue with the whole stolen tire story is look at the parking lot.
It's they're sideways. The car is sideways. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing that made me believe that the story is fake. Because why would it be sideways? Unless
Also, dude, this part here with the fucking car chase. How did they do this? Like, this is fucking insane.
Okay, so that's not his car, I don't think, obviously.
No.
And Phil's never gonna drive that good either. Like, we all know Phil's not driving that good.
But the bit where he gets spun and he goes, whoa.
Whoa, what the fuck?
That's so fucking good.
Can you imagine
Think I'm down for the 1 month, dude.
The only thing that would have made that better if they used the sound clip from like.
Oh, even this logo is good. Like the dark side, like around there. Ah, so
it's
good.
incredible.
Yes.
Like, I think the only thing that could have made it better was like if they used the sound clip from one of his Need for Speed playthroughs, or just any playthrough where he's driving and he's like, they just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
How do I find Dayglow?
They're perfectly trying to hit me.
I got a question for Logan. Like, where do you think Cat is?
She's home.
And to
What,
She's home. Dayglow, you're in the chat. Can you link me your video? Because it's like this one, and it's very good.
No, but
I always have trouble finding it.
People say that she's not there, that she left or something. Like, what do you think? If she did leave, what do you think she went?
She's there.
What if
she's there.
She's there, but I think they might have like different bedrooms or different beds. That's my guess.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
they
yeah.
sleep together in the same bed.
I mean,
Bro,
that's
you
just
know it's fell off
honestly,
when they sleep
sleeping separately is less of an issue. It's just the fact that like we haven't seen or heard her at all. The only thing we have is him saying she breaks something every once in a while, you know, or she tries to cook something or whatever.
Women do that.
Yeah.
And that picture where she looks like a young boy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that famous one.
I'm gonna get creepy. I'm gonna get creepy real quick.
And King Sly doesn't even think that's her either.
How many people think that she's deceased?
I don't, but one injured Cole thinks she's...
Unless he's hiding the body somewhere.
Ah, Dayglow, yes.
Yeah, like,
this is Dayglow's version. I love Dayglow's version because it has Eric Miller in it.
Someone would have released the obituary if she'd been dead. Simple as that.
And yeah, definitely. That's public record all day.
Unless he like is hiding her body or something.
You never know.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
You never know.
No, honestly, Stray Fox, Phil is not that smart, and he has a bad back. He's not moving Cat. He's not moving Cat.
I mean, he's that lazy though. He could have just left her wherever she just
life
dropped
insurance
dead.
kid.
Yeah.
Big ups, Dayglow.
Maybe that's where the ants and the fruit flies come from.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he says he doesn't go to the dump until like once a month or something.
I like how Dayglow and Misery Merchant made two similar true crime trailers and they didn't collaborate. I love how that happened.
Yo, maybe he pulled a Dahmer.
Great minds
very similar vibes.
Bro, he does kind of
the ants are moving her, possibly
dinner, quote unquote cooked dinner.
Exactly.
All right, people, we have a hard out at 10 p.m. But if anybody wants to come and watch Manhunter in the Discord after we're done with this, we'll be there. But we're gonna watch some more stuff.
Hey, I appreciate it, you guys. Yeah. I'm on. I gotta go take care of some stuff, but I appreciate y'all inviting me on and stuff. And
all right. No worries.
Nice
we'll do some more lore someday for sure. But good having you on, dude. Have a good night.
Now you know what pigs are capable of.
Yeah, bet. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, no worries. See ya.
Y'all be good.
All right, let's see here. We got time for a little bit more.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Cat's cream pie, shall we? Let's go.
I mean, like this is partly why.
Alright, so what's going on right now? First of all, I think it's time.
Alright, no worries.
for
See
my
ya.
favorite segment.
Y'all be good.
Oh wait, we're still getting an echo. I'm gonna mute you because I think you're still
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
on. Hold on. All right, he's muted. We're good.
Your
Yeah, so I think that this is one of the reasons why I like this format, because somebody could literally be like, I don't know anything about this. Can I come on?
Favorite
Sure.
segment.
Yeah. That's kind of
Everyone's
fun.
favorite segment. It's time for Phil's day off, ladies and gentlemen. I think we should change the color. It actually doesn't stand out as well. Hold on. It doesn't seem to stand out as well.
And it feels like his logo is so bad. His day off logo, it's so terrible.
Also, I would like to point out, listen to this. That is the Ask the King male motherfucker
Yep.
sound.
Why does he still have that on there?
So he's capable of making scenes and putting sounds in his OBS, so he could have a fucking soundboard in his OBS, just like I do, so that we can do, where is it? It's, where's my favorite one? This one. It'll play eventually when my
Tevin's Fall.
stuff catches up.
Penis sniffing stuff.
Penis sniffing stuff. Yeah, that's the one.
Penis sniffing stuff.
Of course, I clicked the
The
wrong
thing is,
thing.
he has so few, and he already got so confused by
Let's
them.
make it, like,
Imagine
maybe
if he made
pink or
one for
red or
everything.
something. Make it stand out a little more. Oh, green actually.
But I make one for everything. I have layouts for every stream I do. They're all unique. So.
Yes, but Logan, you have what is called
Do
brain.
that. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, you spam the toxic Indrid. Hey everyone in chat.
Oh, Indrid's here.
I like that one.
I mean, Indrid is toxic.
She
Hi
is.
everyone in chat. Hope you all are doing great, you fucking idiots.
Toxic.
For the Phil's Day
God
Off
damn.
segment. So what happened yesterday on my day off? Well, hold on.
And we all know he never recycles anything anyway.
Well,
Nope.
No.
yesterday.
Just down the garbage disposal.
Toss everything down the
This is perfect. This is going to take us right up to the end.
At the same time, like I said, it
Oh,
was the
Silent Weapons
celebration of
points
her
out that the
birthday
Day
kind
Off
of
logo
late.
looks
She
like a
just wanted to stay home on
recycling
her
song.
actual
It does.
birthday.
It does.
So
Gindred Cole
that
being
being
negative.
said,
That's right. That's what happens when
decided
when
to do a few
Gindred
fun
gets
things with
on
my
the
wife
gin.
that
Although I don't
normally
think
we wouldn't
Indrid
do.
drinks. No, she
No.
doesn't.
No, she
Basically, I
doesn't
decided
drink.
to
No,
do
she
a little
doesn't.
shopping
See,
with her as part of her.
I'm
kinda,
more
like, birthday
intrigued
present,
about Kat's
but
mom
also
being
went
in the
to dinner
cult.
and stuff
Like,
that.
does anybody
There's a
know the
lot
name of that
different
cult?
Interesting things.
I know there's been
No.
I know there's been a newspaper
What do we
article.
do?
that's how
Well,
people
the
found
usual.
out
Grocery
about the
shopping,
exorcism.
pet supply shopping, and the like.
Yeah,
Game
like it was
Tracker, his mom's an active
public
cult.
record. It was public record.
Game Tracker's mom's in a cult too.
Nothing too major.
Yes.
Is there any way that somebody could I don't know, like link me that newspaper article or something?
Decorating downstairs. We actually
I'll
rearranged the
I'll
whole
dig
bottom
around.
floor of
I'll
the
dig
house.
around for
We
it.
moved,
It's
like,
out there.
Like pictures
Because
that we
that's
had
right
in
up
one
that's
spot
right up
and
the
moved
alley,
them
the
to
kind of
another
work
spot
that I
and did
do.
stuff like that. Moved them all around.
Here,
the
I'm
house.
gonna friend you on
So,
Discord, and I'll look around
it
probably
was nice to do a
tomorrow.
little bit of
If I
redecorating.
find it, I'll shoot it to you.
Particularly,
that's
we
also
went
the
to.
funny
My
thing
wife
about
wanted to do something
the
nice that we
whole-
don't do for dinner. And I
God,
was
there's
like,
so
well,
much
certain things that
of
we
Phil
could
and
do
Kat
we don't
that
do all
that
the
is
time.
interesting.
And she came
Like-
up with an idea that she wanted to go to.
Like he himself
Yeah,
is not interesting, but like all the
Cat-
shit that he did.
Interesting because
and
we almost never.
Cat would be
It's crazy.
interesting for now. Cat's interesting because we don't know anything about her. She's a mystery. You know
No,
what I
I
mean?
mean, once you find out about her, she's like,
Our
oh,
local,
I mean,
She's probably
with-
boring
so
as
we went
fuck.
there.
Let's
Oh,
be
yeah.
honest.
And
milk
the
No, I
funny
mean,
part
more
about
like
this restaurant, all right,
with
I
their
told my wife,
relationship.
listen, it's
Like,
your birthday celebration.
wasn't
Oh,
it
yeah.
Phil
We're
that
gonna
said
get whatever
that
you
said
want.
at the
It
start?
doesn't matter what the price
Is
is.
it- oh,
So we
she's
went to this
undoxable.
restaurant with absolutely no.
And
Yeah,
then
and
he was
then
challenging-
and then
he
within
was challenging people.
within 8 minutes
And
of
so-
him
so
saying
yeah,
that, she
well,
was
here's your
doxxed.
menu.
Mhm.
So
And
because he was
what
challenging
you
people
want
like
on
that.
the
I'm
menu,
like,
you order, and
you
then we
brought
bring
that
it
on
to
yourself, idiot.
So we're looking at this
Yeah.
menu.
You
There's
laid
all
down
kinds
the
of stuff.
challenge.
There's noodle
no
dishes,
one
there's
no one
dumplings,
is
there's steamed
undoxable.
buns,
That's the
there's
reality of the
wontons,
internet.
there's
Exactly.
soups,
Everyone can
all
be found.
kinds of things. There's
I
desserts,
definitely
you know,
got to find out about
specialty
that
drinks.
exorcism.
And
Like
we're
that,
like,
that
so I
right
wonder
there
what we
sounds
should
something
get.
real
You know,
deep.
I really don't know. Again, we don't know the
I'll
price of
look
anything.
I'll look around
So
for
we're like,
it.
let's just
And,
pick
you know,
some
continue
Now
on the
guys,
exorcism
big up
thing.
big ups now
here.
guys. I
So let's
love now
try
guys.
different
This
various
chat.
things. So
Now,
we
guys.
ended up getting
I-
a noodle dish.
I
That
think
was
it
like
was
chocolate
during
Road
corn
Tire
noodle dish. I
Satan
don't know what it was called.
666.
We got these dumplings. It was XLB. It stood for so
I think it was
something
either
Lao Bao or something like that. I don't know what it
the
stood
first
for.
stream that
But it
Cat was
supposed to
on
be like
or
soup
the Halloween
dumplings. And
stream.
what that means is It's like a
where someone mentioned the exorcism in Phil's chat.
Her face dropped. She was so pissed.
Oh yeah, and that's why she had to leave. Honestly, I don't fault her for leaving because that's probably like really fucked up. She's probably like working through some shit.
Orders.
No, I mean even the day before though.
The steamed
even the day before, Phil said
classic things.
Kat is not going to stay around the entire stream.
But
she wants to
he
do
said
I told my wife
he said she had a party to go to, right? I'm pretty sure she had some sort of party.
She had a
so
party,
she wasn't going to go and stay around anyway. And then he
said, there is a sick motherfucker called Tevin that was also the same stream.
And then he tried to pretend
simultaneously she had a party to go to, and it was Tevin's fault. So
no, but she was driven away by the trolls. I'm like, okay.
I think his name was
always.
If her face dropped like that because somebody mentioned exorcism,
and he always loved to eat
some shit went on because
take one out after I was like, what is he eating? Is that like
I've witnessed an exorcism before.
I didn't know what dim sum was when I was young.
Oh my god, this is getting
actually, Darksea to Flow in the chat brings up a good point. He says, I think Kat didn't want to sit for 6 hours bored out of her mind watching him play games. You're probably right.
I don't blame her for that either. I mean, it's on Halloween night of all nights. Like, no, you want to go out and do something.
A night, like one of the nights a year where there are legitimate places to go. You know,
right?
Like,
I mean, the funniest thing about that,
so we got two
the
different
whole,
orders
of someone bringing up the exorcism in Phil's chat.
Pork filled, and one was supposed to be
Phil
chicken
had
and mushroom
no
filled.
idea about it. He actually
read
read out the comment. He read out the comment.
And Kat had no idea about the big booty Latina until he mentioned it on stream.
Overabundance of food. We're going to be eating so much.
You can tell they didn't talk a whole lot
like,
about
oh my God, we're going to be so full.
No.
Yo, man, this is.
That must have been so weird. Him talking about like big booty Latinas, and it's like Kat sitting there like, do I look like a big booty Latina? No. What?
Well, me and Jalaro, we were talking about like how a lot of these locales are like.
And other things,
like,
little chopped like green onion, and other
good examples of the seven deadly sins. You know, like they're all like
a sauce that looks like a soy sauce.
Not the epitome. I don't know what the right word I'm thinking of is, but they like.
We both ate it. We liked it.
They are the epitome.
Embodiment.
Wasn't that much.
That's it. They embody like at least one, if not multiple,
embodiment.
seven deadly sins.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
And they like Phil would be greed.
They brought that out first.
He'd be greed, sloth. He'd be greed, sloth, and gluttony all in one. At least.
That's basically like an appetizer, right? A little
and vanity.
LTG would also be vanity.
He's all.
Actually, Dale is low tier god for sure.
The XLV, which I don't know what it stands for. Okay.
Cyrax would be
let's try it.
Lust. I don't know.
Anger, rage.
He's a PDF.
Yeah, that's rage. That's anger.
He'd be rage.
And
oh yeah, that's true.
Wings is sloth.
Oh yeah, that's true. Wings would be more appropriate for sloth, and then
EDP is lust. EDP is
the chicken center.
EDP would be
seven deadly sins. Oh my god,
7 deadly sins. Big up silent weapons.
But again,
always coming out.
Yeah, Derek would definitely be lust too. Yeah,
equals lust.
Not even full
Wings also equals gluttony.
Dumplings. So we have the noodles.
Lefty says DSP is all of them at once. Probably,
wow,
yes.
All the food tasted good.
Yeah, I mean
DSP could be all of them.
Yeah, I mean Lust not in the sexual way, obviously.
It felt like we basically had like one.
Lefty says Tevin deadly sins. You're right. Oh, by the way, on Starfield, there's an NPC named Tevin, and DSP is gonna fucking hate when he gets there. There's an NPC that you do a quest line for called Tevin, and DSP is gonna be like,
fan.
Fuck
Maybe you
this
should
guy.
rename the adoring fan Tevin.
Right? So
Maybe, but I came across a dude named Tevin in not Cyberpunk in Starfield this morning. I was like, fuck, if he finds this quest.
Chicken Phil.
I wonder if someone at Bethesda is trolling him by naming a dude Tevin. I don't know.
Also, why is Lefty not in this call?
Not frozen, handmade.
Lefty hangs back during most of these streams.
Ridiculously good.
and then he, you know, we do our co-op stuff mostly offline. We record that stuff. He has a standing invite to always come on, but he likes to hang back and
I also recently reinstalled Cyberpunk for the new DLC that's coming out soon. I'm excited.
Yeah,
for that.
get ready. I'm gonna have to delete my V and start again.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, I literally rushed. Well, no, I didn't rush it because I still did everything.
Which you never really had in anything else. Okay.
Yeah, I finished my second playthrough of Cyberpunk just in preparation.
We're eating this. The first one we had was the pork. And you bite in the first mouthful, you get just all the
expansion,
and you realize, okay, there is pork in here. Essentially,
yeah, I got derailed by like. I got derailed by Dave the Diver,
and you can dip this
Armored Core, and Starfield in that order. Ever since Dave the Diver came out, I couldn't. I've never touched Cyberpunk again.
I've been really getting into Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield. I started recently too.
I will say this: Adam Smasher has the best boss theme out of all boss themes I've heard.
Fresh, like dumplings that they make.
I listened to that soundtrack independently. Like,
well, didn't we watch the Sorry Don't Play of PSP doing it? It was so bad. He was fighting.
Oh, he was terrible. He cheeses everything in Cyberpunk. He didn't upgrade any of his cyberware.
Like he had the base cyber deck or whatever it was.
Yeah, he had the base deck while he was fighting Adam Smasher. He pulls it up and Big Guy was watching with us. Big Guy's like, "Is that the base cyber deck?" We're like, "Oh shit, it is."
I think that might be what they call these buns, these steamed.
Fuck to even make the Adam Smasher they were using the base cyber deck.
And then we each got one.
Well, Lefty would say this: it's a testament to good game design if a guy like DSP can make it to the end of a game without upgrading anything. Because he says that in Lefty says that in Hitman all the time when Phil accidentally succeeds at something. It's like, was that Phil getting lucky or was that good game design?
Or was that RNG?
That's a good question.
And that's another reason he would hate Baldur's Gate is because it's like 100% RNG right there. 100% RNG.
From watching Phil play Hitman and editing Phil playing Hitman, I'm learning that me being good at Hitman doesn't matter nearly as much as I thought it does, because Phil succeeds at it, so it's not a big deal if I'm good at it, you know.
I mean, Phil literally said today that game companies
pretty good, and then that chicken and mushroom
could use
was absolutely the best of all night. I want more, right?
Where to go? Oh yeah, could use a consultant like Phil.
I guess we're done. What are we gonna do?
Oh yes, yes.
Well, they already did.
He also said that YouTube. He also said that YouTube could use a consultant like him.
Well,
oh, he is really reaching, ain't he?
The most expensive.
Well, God of War used his gameplay to like showcase.
Yeah, God of War actually used his gameplay, and he got all pissy about it.
And I was like,
I didn't give him permission to do that.
So expensive.
They illegally stole my content.
And they just did a light blur over him.
Atlas came at his. Atlas did come at his neck when he raised Queen of Persona 3.
That was great.
Yeah, he did.
Like that. And that kind of made sense because it's like 10, so each person gets 5 if it's split between 2.
I mean, it was a response to
like an American restaurant,
tip, and I thought it was a troll tip, but I mean,
kind of made sense.
Fuck would
the thing
tip $10
that
just
really blew me away. The price.
Oh, but people do. Unfortunately,
you could just tip $1 just to troll tip. Like you'll still respond to it. Why you tip 10?
That makes each steamed bun.
No, you don't even have to tip them. You just have to wait until Q&A and tag him in the chat. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, you don't have to spend any money.
You don't have to pay him at all.
So
no, don't.
You just need to know how
steamed buns. Seriously, I would have
like,
dude, I would have just sat down and ate a
pose
ton
the question
of these things because they were so good.
Yeah.
Because
I do have to give I do have to give credit to Snow Carl. Some of Snow Carl's questions are legitimately good.
Oh yeah, he knows how
different. And he always takes the bait.
Vegetables and things on there. They had, I think, the waiter
had said one of the most
popular things they do is like
whether Phil has
string beans
a
or
lot
something
of
like
European
that. We didn't
fans.
try those either, but I noticed at the tables around us.
He does have a lot of European. Well, he says he has a lot of European fans.
No, Lefty actually has a lot of European fans.
I mean, if you
Lefty does have European fans because Lefty is sometimes in a situation where he can stream European hours, so it works.
Well, you know, also
That's why like Raven. Most people in Raven stream are all the Euro crowd. I love it.
I miss Booper though. I wish he would come back again.
But
he was doing
was
late night
streaming
streams
2 weeks
too.
ago. He streamed 2 weeks ago.
No, I know
saw.
he was back for like a week, and then he kind of went away again.
Doing those soup
But
dumplings.
you also
I love those blooper. He was talking about what's her name, Emily.
We probably
Yeah,
That's
those
where
were
he
good.
came back.
Yeah, those were really good.
Yeah.
and not spend as much money.
But I feel the same way about
Just didn't
people
know,
paying
because
for them
they've never been there
cameos
before.
from
That's what
from
we were
former
talking about.
WWE
We'd
wrestlers
like
to
to
come
go
at
back in the
Phil's neck.
future,
Those
not anytime
cameos
soon, 'cause we
are
just
very
had it.
expensive.
We'd like to go back in the future.
Well,
and now
once
know to order more of the steamed buns, 'cause
YouTube
that was our favorite
pays
thing of all night, and it was the cheapest
us,
thing we ordered.
once we hit the pay threshold for this channel and Lefty and I get paid, I'm using my cut to hire a actor a specific actor to read some film memes. You guys are gonna like it.
Hogan?
I can't wait to see that.
No, no.
From there.
I mean,
It's gonna be perfect. You guys are gonna
It was something
be.
different.
I can't wait to
The
see
good
that.
thing Is
That'll be good.
basically. We tried a lot.
It's film memes we're gonna use over this channel specifically is gonna be able to use over and over and over again for years to come in all of our content. It's gonna be so good.
Like that in America, honestly.
Kurt Angle
this is one of the
cameo was
rare
funny.
ones. In fact,
Somebody
I think there's
paid
one
Kurt
here.
to take a cameo of Phil.
There might be one in California.
If anybody
and a
ever
lot of these
watches
restaurants over
the
in Asia,
Jim
but they don't
Cornette
really have them that often around here.
cameo, or I don't know if it was a cameo or like a
It was a
rant, but there's a
cameo.
really good Jim Cornette rant about DSP, and it's really funny.
Yeah, it's like 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I gotta end it here because I have a hard out at 10 because we're actually due to watch Manhunter in the Discord. If the folks want to stay and watch Manhunter, you can just stay on this call, I guess. But we're gonna end this stream. Big ups everybody for coming to the stream. I think my member outro is not up to date anymore because someone gifted a membership, and you know what that means? It means I have to read them all manually. So hold on. Because I want to make sure everybody gets their shout out. And
God, you're such a shill, you know that?
Does that get you to a new record for the channel?
Technically, yes. That's
we have a lot of
we have the
membership goals, so you
most
guys have
members
to-
we've ever had. So
Now, if we get
let me
one,
read.
If they get one more, it's a new record, guys.
Yeah, it's a new record, guys. All right, let's see here. I'll sort by
Nice
this.
freeze frame
big
we're on
ups,
too, by the way. Love
big
that freeze
ups, big ups, Toxic Cherry Juice for being a member. Big ups, Aviga. Big ups, Synthful Dreams. Big ups, Decepticon. Big ups, Mickey Thor. Big ups, Bill Brasky. Big ups, De La Muca. Big ups, Ironcast Knight. Big ups, Alfred Aponte. Big ups, Dayglow. Big ups, Tryon 007. Big ups, Brew. Big ups, Luna's Royal Guard. Big ups, Guy with Two Names. Big ups, Meth Bear. Big ups, Snood. Big ups, Sadie. Big ups, Distic. Big ups, Good God No. Oh, I finally get that. Good God No. Big ups, Good God No. Big ups, Bank Leaks. Big ups, Misery Merchant. Big ups, Devilish Face. Big ups, Joel. Big ups, Parma. Big ups, Movie Sign. Big ups, Vikes. Big ups, Moot. Big ups, Rabies 13. Big ups, Hum Along if you can't sing along. Big ups, Indrid. Big ups, Wooden Ox. Big ups, Danny Darko 53. Big ups, Volusque _. Big ups, Lord Thunder. Big ups, Mind of the North Star. Big ups, BPA. Big ups, Satellite Style Internet. Big ups, Intelligent Counterspell. Big ups, Mega Man. Big ups, Taloneness. Big ups, Hey, Stray Fox. Big ups, Chris George. Big ups, Drag the Blade. Big ups, Skull E. Duggery. Good to see you, buddy. Big ups, Jack Skellington. Big ups, Grondler. Big ups, Ludwig World Order. Big ups, Banana Jones. And shout out for Hey. Big ups, Hate Army.
I also wanted to say thank you because someone actually gifted me a sub to you guys because I don't really buy subs to places. Someone actually gifted me a sub.
You got
so
it.
I don't know who it was, but thank you for whoever did that.
It's like Phil says, gifted memberships help the community. It's just like Phil said at the beginning of the stream.
Because I wouldn't give these guys money, but if you want, I'm just joking.
You're like, I'd never give those motherfuckers money. What are you talking about? But thank you everybody for watching the stream. Thank you everybody in the past Discord call and on the current Discord call. Thank you Jalaro. Thank you Astro. Thank you Stray Fox. Thank you Lefty. Lefty joined the call.
Yeah, he just popped in.
The last couple seconds, but we're gonna end the stream. But if anybody wants to hang out and watch Manhunter, we'll be in the pit. It's gonna be awesome. Big ups, everybody. Bye. Have a good night. Thank you. Love you all. Bye. 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 I think it is like a genuine normie